Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up. 1-1. Theo is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. Rocking that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Theo, sure enough. With the push from the backside, finds Jazz.
Licença, torcinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Ibis! Pofo pra cima do Delzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada!
Um som,
Vou cravar esquerda, vou cravar cima, crava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem um. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que cortar essa
Pode ter agora, calma, segura agora.
o Sub-Zero pernambucano. Nossa!
And we've got 2 players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god, we've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. A quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're going in.
People see, there is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
Out. Oh my. Chris, he's all 1-4. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper scenario, but right now you're a sniper. It ain't even close. Lucky. Get headshot. Costco, smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Except was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make these.
Yo, this girl's dirty. Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artemisa coming through. What's that? Is that a kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus kilo. Ooh, Chels. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kind of nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Found herself on that Sparrow shot, but the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, Brick stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there, Verdict, at the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone.
Welcome everybody to another day of Mobile Mayhem North America. Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be day number 9. I'm gonna be Gilmania here tonight, and alongside with me, I'm of course gonna be with the beautiful Verdict himself. How you feeling tonight, Verdict?
Oh, I am feeling absolutely magnificent. As a matter of fact, I just saw some readers come through. Huge shout out to Space and Gil, or not Gil, God, Gil, thank you for coming through. You didn't need a raid, you came through with your presence, and that was all that I needed. Jesus can save you? Does that guy even play competitive anymore? Oh, I'm looking in the lobby, he is. Oh, man. Mobile Mayhem debut? We got ourselves a treat on our hands, don't we?
Absolutely. Welcome everybody who's coming in from the Raiders. Thank you so much for being in here, Verdict. We're nearly on the end of the season, and unfortunately here for us tonight, they could not make it. Apparently there was like a snowstorm, and there's no power, no electricity. I know what I feel like has happened to me in the past, so hopefully it'll be back for him soon. But for us, Verdict, we got 4 matches tonight. We're nearly, like I mentioned, at the end of the season. So why don't we go ahead and take a look onto the matches that we'll get for the day.
Absolutely. We're going to start off with a banger. You saw the raids come through there for a reason. Infinite Simplicity and Fierce. They're letting it all out in the line here now as I'm taking a look at it. This lobby is about to get sweaty. Zygnus and Luminosity, as we're going to start on a high note. We're going to get a little bit higher. We're going to get a little more mellow towards the end as we see upper echelon team mobility for our third series of the night. Fourth and final, Galaxia Gaming and Tyrion. Gil, we already had our pick of, of what matches we think are going to be great, but we also picked our highlight in our, series to watch, and for reason, with Jesus in the lobby here for this first series, that has got to be like all the guns are out here to play for one last hoorah.
I mean, it could be definitely something that Infinite Simplicity does need. They are in desperate need of as many points as they can on these last couple of days, last couple of matches for themselves. And it brings in a lot of debate for myself. I'm not too sure what could happen over there, and well, if we could take a look onto the standings, you guys can realize why I mean what I'm saying. Infinite Simplicity, a team that I feel like in a way I wouldn't say that they've been strictly playing bad. They've underperformed a little bit, but unfortunately that underperformance has led to them barely losing quite a few matches and being on top 7, on the brink of not having enough of a shot onto the playoffs. But here tonight against Fierce, who knows, they need it. They are in desperate need of a victory. If it's a 2-0, it's gonna be even better for them, but at the same time, Fierce has been showing a lot lately, and it can be put into numbers as well. Fierce with 95 points, Luminosity, to no one's surprise, with 115, Seminole with 100, XI in a way a surprise that they all got comfortable with one another so quickly. They're gonna be on top 4 with 90, Cygnus with 80, and 11T with 70. Outside of that, well, team mobility and upper echelon, I'm unsure. You were mentioning some numbers that it could be a possibility for team mobility, but in all honesty, I'm just not too sure that could be the case.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the schedule. I mean, they got to be flawless, 2-0 across the board for the remainder of. They do have 3 matches, including tonight. But I think our highlight series and our highlight match, and the one that we have to be on the lookout for, is this Infinite Simplicity roster. You mentioned it perfectly. Yeah. I mean, their shot to kind of like seal their, fate was Tuesday. They couldn't get the job done. I know they had to go back and rewatch the VOD, and I know that with all the guns out there, with Jesus being played instead of Awakened in the roster, this is it. This is like, they've got to make the run. They've got to do what's necessary to close the gap. And even then, it still may not even be enough. 11, they control their fate. They could do whatever they can. They don't play tonight. They still have 2 more series just as well as the side of Simplicity. So, I don't know. They dig themselves a little bit of a hole. Could have seen him on Tuesday. It could have been a different story. But, hey, it's neither here nor there. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. As the players are in the lobby, we'll go ahead and look at the best of 3 guilds. This one starts off with a little map that we've seen Simplicity play before, and that's that standoff hardpoint.
That's right, standoff hardpoint. I don't know, I feel like we haven't seen that much hardpoint. We took like a week and a half off of it, and it's quite alright. It's understandable after so many of them. Then Search and Destroy on Summit, and a potential 3rd game of Control on Firing Range. Although Fear sort of have secured, I think they have at this point secured their own playoffs position. I think they are obviously going to be grinding for a potential top 2, having that advantage of going straight onto the semifinals is always a plus. So they obviously want their 2-0 for their own reasons, while Infinite Simplicity won it as well. So it is going to be interesting to me to see what they are up to bring into the mix.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think anybody plus above that 85 plus marker in the standings, as I was taking a look at, I think they're safe. I think they're inside a top 6 seeding, which is great. Obviously, if you could make a run for 1 or 2, that's just even better, because then you're on the opposite side of the bracket when it does come time to the playoffs, to that counterpart in yours. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the action. It's game 1, standoff hardpoint. My game not frozen. Okay, good. Emulator has been a bit inconsistent. That's why I've got the iPad hooked up, but we're here for it. It is gonna get a bit bloody here. Jesus making the debut here for this roster. Debut for this season, as a matter of fact. Haven't seen him at all. Not even since stage 5. See if he makes a big play in here onto this point now is Simplicity. They need everything they can get. Opening shots coming through. It is 2-for-2 trades. But it's still time being collected. It is fierce all over the objective for the time being, Gil. It's about to get a little rowdy up in P1.
That's right, the fight already has begun. Inside of it, I'm looking at Revallo here with the Creek 6. Already 2 kills for himself. Having a good old time inside of it. His allies not allowing anyone to get close. He hasn't died, but he hasn't encountered anyone. Now, he was expecting people to be spawning over there, and he was right, but the problem is that Jesus can save you. Might be his debut in here, but my boy is willing to put on his best upfront face as he can, as he gets a 2-piece now inside of the objective. Gonna be spotted. Gonna be surprised by Rehan. Cartels immediately retaking that control for himself. That is gonna allow to eventually tie the score in their favor on the side of Infinite Simplicity, but now rotating onto the next hill. 2 players, 3 now, with a good spawn on the side of Fierce. Let's see for how long they can stay inside. T-Bag is with the duty, try to defend. Not gonna be enough. A lot of aggression and working really, really effectively inside of Fierce. They may have been a little bit late to the party, but they definitely brought gifts.
Yeah, they brought gifts. Fierce bringing their A game here on this rotation. They get wiped off of this P2 objective almost instantly right back on it, though. First 20 seconds are into the books, and they're going to be able to find the majority stakehold. Right now, the shares, they are not up for grabs. That is all theirs in the feed. She's trying to get on the inside, working his way on through, but he's solo soldier, not going to be able to make the cut. Now, Jan trying to chop him down left to right. Shots coming through. It's Carlos. There comes the shorty. They collapse. They get the hill time. Teabag from the top rope, though. Looking to get a little contested with it. Now he gets shut down. So all's well in war and games right now. Everything is even on all fronts as we see the gaps being bridged. Raballo, though, trying to get the upper hand with his teammates, and they are really antsy to play for these scraps times. And surely enough, they're going to be able to extend this lead. So even on all fronts is what I was about to say. That's just not the case, though. 28-point lead roll, or 18-point lead rolling into P3, but we all know there's about to be a big party in Big Blue, and surely enough, it's blue all over it right now.
That's right. Instead of it, I'm looking at Jesus getting on the second floor, first floor, just making sure no one's stopping by. He heard an enemy, so immediately goes down, but Revallo was ready for that push. Revallo's still alive, might be spotted quite soon. Yeah, they're down. The side of Fierce, unable to get inside. Revallo with another opportunity here with a Purifier, and with that in hand, that operator is just so strong when you're getting inside of an objective. It is so complicated to actually fight back against it. He's using it to perfection. Double kill for himself on his own, defending. He's a one-man army. Realizes that there's someone behind, gets yet another kill with it, but he wasted too much ammo, ran out of it. Cartels there, finds a double onto Revallo and Rehan himself. The last one alive there was T-Bag, so scrap time will once again be provided in favor of Infinite Simplicity, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
They are now as well gonna be there first. Jesus with a triple. T-Bag wanting to get inside with the Annihilator, but through the smoke, he's not feeling confident. Annihilator in camp finds one, finds two. T-Bag now trying to get inside through the smoke. No fear, just fight, but Carlinhos is there to defend. Not gonna be enough. Cartels with the use of the Vortex Machine will secure the initial hole. Has one more ammo with it, so no one can get inside through the left side. Not boxes, not through the push from that fabric. Great job here in favor of Infinite Simplicity now with the use of his own Annihilator. There's Kings with his own double kill. Verdict, this is getting more and more spicy as time goes on. This is exactly what I was expecting to see, man.
This is it. It's a lockdown. Great connection from the P3 to the P4 site market. It's a hit. No wonder it's being successful. Look at the gunnings. They're hot. They're heavy. Jesus now popping the Sparrow. Can't afford to hold it for too long as he is going to bite the dust to himself. Very unfortunate. Hey, you know, things happen. It's war, right? Well, we're going to war right now, and Rehan and squad, they're looking to rally the troops. Coding last hope here onto the contest. Not happening. First set hills down now. 3 seconds left here for the market site. It is a big advantage in favor of the boys over at Simplicity. They're here to play. They got Jesus leading the forefront. Of course, you got the kills leading. Oh, this is a three-way tie. You got a collective effort right now. It's split across the board, but the hill time could be Carlinhos. We're going to go ahead and get geared up for it. Things are at an all-time high here. We're going to see how low it is over at the side of Fierce now as they're trying to buckle up for a comeback. We'll find out how those comms sound as we do our first listening.
Nice.
Top granny, top granny,
Stop mid, I'm
Stop
smoking off
granny,
mid.
stop granny.
We're spawning blue, we're spawning
Spawn
blue.
gas, no, spawn gas, spawn gas.
Broken half.
Cool farm. I spawn blue. I spawn
Top granny, top granny.
Yeah, bottom granny, just walk top,
Mid street, dead.
Top granny, King, top granny. He's low, he's half, top granny to the left. He's still top granny, gonna kill him.
He's half, Rihan. Nice.
Dead.
Yo, hold bottom granny. No, we spawn gas, We're spawn blue in boxes. We're spawning blue in boxes. Yo, there's one in new, There's one secret and new.
Yeah, he got me.
It's falling out.
He's watching bottom grannies from the box. I spawned boxes.
There's one in gas right now.
I'm flashing out farm.
Gas dead.
Granny, bottom granny.
For like the 30th time.
John,
Granny,
bottom granny. Nice,
Top
thank you.
side.
All right, comms there, great. P1, absolutely magnificent. Right now, they're trying to get the connection over to the factory site. Let me tell you, the sweats are here. They're ready to work. 10 seconds into the objective, the break is already coming through. And aside of Fierce, now looking to get the entry. Can't necessarily get the bodies on the hill. They got the lockdown of the spawn skill. And this is a 6-point ball game. Anything can still happen. But, there goes the Purifier. Looking to put them all down. Teabag gonna get there before he can even make anything happen. No kind of flamethrower going on in this one. It is all gunny all the time here. Teabag and team now rocking and rolling with the lead.
Yeah, I got a little bit late to the party, but doesn't matter too much. 20 more seconds. They're going to be just super sweet in favor of Fierce in here now. Beginning to think about rotating on to the next one. Ravallo pushing through Grannies to the graveyard. He's probably going to be the first on the side of Fierce to get there, but did not check those corners. Buddy, you got to check those corners. Got to get spotted, and now inside of the hill, I'm looking out Cartels with his Vortex. At a distance, just making sure that he is just landing some shots onto key spots to prevent enemies from being too safe while trying to push inside. But surprise, Ravallo, went for a surprise play there, but not gonna be enough. The next one to try to do the exact same thing is Rihan here. With those corners being checked, almost got a double, but Cartels barely survives that interaction. He knows that anyone could be pushing in here pretty soon, but it is from behind. The way that Fierce is pushing into this blue house is just too unpredictable for the side of Infinite Simplicity. They struggle like crazy, and for that same reason, they just could not defend the insides of it.
No, they can't. Right now, 30-point advantage rolling into it. You still got 20 seconds left for grabs. Right now, you got a little bit of a pickle. Well, you look at it again, you looked at P4 the first time around, it was bread and butter for days for the side of Simplicity. Right now, you're thinking, Sin 1, maybe did not demonic timing Carlos. Well, I mean, you got to reload before you hit the demonic clips. Unfortunate for him, though, as the contest does leave him halfway across the map, and it's a little bit of a split, a little bit of a spread. Right now, 2 players left onto the objective. They got to hold on for dear life. We're going to go ahead and hold on for dear life as well as we jump in just to see how rowdy those comms are for the side of Infinite Simplicity.
Two more.
I'm gonna go top market.
They can only find.
I got boxes.
Hold. I spawned boxes.
Attack. Nice game.
Call farm.
Yeah, call.
You get him?
Oh, yeah, one bar right now. One top back. Oh, I get needed. Boxes, watch out.
One court.
Yo, one on farm.
Watch it hop up. Top market.
Yeah, there's one top factory, 3 barns there.
Oh, he's on hill.
I spawned gas there, watch your boxes. One more. One shot. Oh, come on.
All right, they got a little feisty. They got a little rowdy. Those comms, though, kind of mid, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a vetted Jesus in there. He's giving some positive affirmation. But outside of that, bro, there's not a lot going on in those VCs. No small talk, none of that, hey, let's go, let's lock and roll, this is what we got to do differently here in P1. It's coming up. I mean, there's none of that, foreshadowing. There's none of that, fruition that you could cast upon yourself. Right now, they got to get locked and loaded because the second P1 reset was an absolute disaster, and it was a regain of a lifetime for the side of Fierce, and they just can't afford to give away this kind of time for free.
I could not have said any better. It is definitely something that could be a key part of a different situation now for Infinite Simplicity. You know, now losing yet again by 25 seconds. Only 25 more are needed in favor of Fierce. That's going to be another double kill for T-Vac. T-Vac now going to be dropping that 100 killer drone. That is definitely going to land onto someone. But prior to that landing, he actually gets that kill. Now with the Bread Missile going to be used at a distance. No one can get inside. Only 12 more seconds.
Yikes.
The Annihilator going to be pumped by T-Vac. Just one after the other. Going
Just
for the
get
double,
him.
the triple.
Lay him to
This
rest.
man is wrecking these families inside of stand-up.
Oh!
Incredible. Not even halfway
my.
done. Two more and has one
No
more in
way.
the chamber. Not gonna miss a single bullet. Another hunter killer drone.
Hey.
No one can even get close to the T-Line.
Oh!
An absolute monster with a
Nasty!
double. This dude,
Oh.
this man, this legend will secure
I count
the
6
V-
shots.
favor of Fierce, man.
Woo! Man, busted out the Annie right there.
Kill. Oh my god.
T-Bag, epic little feed right there to close that one out. He wasn't doing it with the Annie, he was doing it with the Gunny, and my god. Only a streak that could end the game just so epically. The P1 to P2 connection, well, it was done just as well the first and the second time around. Make it a third, it was just as nice. 36-26 for your MVP of this game so far. T-Bag. One of the nasty little spree right there, bro. You ought to be ashamed. Why you gotta do brawls like that? On the flip side, you got Carlos, who went 2 minutes and 11 in the hill. He went demon time on the objective, 36-32. Just not enough to get the job done. And then we've got Jesus at the very bottom of the list. Cut him some slack, as this is his day back into Mobile Mayhem. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of high expectations, and when you don't perform up the standard, obviously there's some question for some concern. Maybe, hey, we've got to improve in this area. You know, it's the end of the season, bro. There's nothing to say about that. I mean, whenever you're putting up numbers like this and we're not getting the job done, obviously we got into a point where maybe the season's just chalked. I think that's where we're at for the side of Simplicity. They got a good core and a good group of guys, but I think this one might just be, you know, chalked. And I think they're trying to make something work for next season. And I like the addition of Jesus Saves. A little late for my taste, but better late than never.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Hopefully, like you mentioned, maybe for the next seasons, but on this one particularly, it just feels like it was too late. Like you mentioned, I just saw Dave pop up in chat. Was that right? I think.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
Hey yo. I hope you're doing well, man. I know it's an ice storm up there. I saw the trees, bro. Those things look.
Oh, it was beautiful,
Those
though.
look
Like
frozen.
that tree, it looked amazing.
Yeah, it did. It was beautiful, but I mean, I could never. Yeah, that could never be me.
Yeah.
Like I don't do well in cold weather, bro. Like about as cold as it gets here was as cold as those annihilator shots that we just watched from T-Bag. Like that was hot, right? it just doesn't get cold in Alabama, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't matter where you're at in the state. Freezing for us is 50 degrees at night. Right now it's like 75. It's warm and it's super humid.
I mean, yeah, for me it's also 73, so definitely not too cold for myself, but it is what it is. GG's. Great game number 1. It was incredible, but as incredible as that was, it was just not the results that Infinite Simplicity were aiming for. But you know, it is what it is. Now they gotta be thinking about the next one. There's gonna be some search and destroy on the summit, and you know, anything goes on a map like this. I feel like these two teams are really, really great on a map like this. I feel like Jesus Can Save You. He's a player that tends to do good on Summit, I would say. So maybe that could bring in a little bit of an edge in their favor. Because at this point in time, if they were already looking for a 2-0 themselves, if they end up losing 2-0, like that's like the last nail in the coffin.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think losing that map might be the nail in the coffin. There are a lot of things that would have to happen for them to like rise up even now. Like before that map loss, I mean, it was a potential. Now I think it's, as I mentioned, I think it is chalked. I think this is the end of the line for the Simplicity team for a playoff spot. That doesn't mean they can't still get the practice in. Obviously, like I mentioned just a moment ago, got a good core, a group of kids. Like, they're great guys. I've played games with them, you know, not just COD Mobile. I played Warzone and Modern Warfare with Kings. Like I played Rank S with some of these guys. Hell, I even shared a house with Yod and Carlos multiple times. I know these kids. They're great. I've hugged and kissed Jesus Can Save You. Okay, not many people in chat can say that. I can. They're great. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But can they get the job done though? Right now, this season, it was great. It was a hell of a run. They gave us one of the best comebacks on a standoff hardpoint. But that's where it ends. That's it. That's their destiny.
That's their destiny. Such beautiful words. And I think we are ready to start the new topic, right? Unless we haven't started, right?
Oh no, we haven't started yet. No, I think we kicked someone out of the lobby who was in. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to. Anyway, now we are good. Now we're ready. As we mentioned, we are going to the Indominus hometown, which is known right now.
We're in Canada? I didn't. This is what I imagine the pictures were gonna look. This is what the picture that you sent earlier, bro. Woo! It's hot. Nah, it's cold. This is snowy as all get out. He's you know, he hates all the Canadians for a reason. It's because he is one right now. We're gonna see who's got the frosty shots. I'm on board with Space. We'll see if he can add some crispy shots in. Catches across there from Carlos with a slide peek. He's just too crafty. He's just too swift. Can't get the shots to land. Cartels does, however, his first blood drops. It's Cody. And now Space has set a trap. Now we're gonna see if anybody takes the bait. As we see Carlos continue to shoot it up. No, he's down low now. He's no longer up top trying to contest with the players of Space. He's moved on to bigger and better things. Teabag has as well. With the 2-for-1 trades coming through. Make it 3-for-1 now as we see Carlos. Oh my god. Taking out Space as well. This leaves Teabag all on his own.
On his own, indeed. No bomb close to his body. So far, he's gotten 1 kill. Spots another enemy, but he gets spotted back. Ooh, that bullet pretty much just touching his ear, but not really landing onto the skull. So Teabag manages to survive, but only 50 seconds. He's got to figure something out on his own. He got to spot one by one onto the one. And since he does the first one to fall to the ground, is going to be Jesus. Jesus getting spotted there over on Snow. Bites the dust. 30 more seconds. That is going to be Carlinhos and King. So let's see if they can clutch it up in here. They got better edge of an advantage in here. I do believe that they know where the bomb is at. So they just gotta wait for Teabag to push forward. Actually, Carlinhos is not waiting for no one. He's just pretty impatient, you know, just going left to right. Finally spots the opponent. A few bullets are gonna be shots. Bomb is gonna be taken. Only 12 seconds left. Carlinhos once again pushing after Teabag and finally gets the angle necessary to take that kill. That is gonna be the first round going in favor of Infinite Simplicity. Great way to begin, but well, they also had a great beginning on the game of heart on the hardbone game, so they gotta make sure that they pull through with it. Carlinhos already with 3 kills for himself. A great start here on game number 2. Now carrying the bomb, there's gonna be Codeine. Now pushing forward is Carlinhos going through the top side. Timing is not gonna be there for him to find anyone just yet. John finds the first blood onto Rihan. Carlinhos getting an understanding and audio cue that there's someone behind. Oh my god, a good flick. A lot of damage, but not enough for the kill in Space. Gonna spot it with the first blood. Space was looking for more, but not gonna be possible. And the 1-for-2, no, for a 3 trade in favor of Infinite Simplicity. Once again, another great opportunity as Space is left alone, Verdict.
Yep, Space left alone, all is on. 1v4. Technically, it's the same copy pasta from last round. Obviously, it was Teabag who was left alone, but this is the 1v5 for the ace, the clutch. Obviously, he's already taken down one. That was Carlos. Job doesn't get much easier from here, though. What I can say is, man, Carlos was spazzing last round. I'm kind of glad I don't have to watch him like in a 2v1 this round. We'll see if Space can make some magical things happen now as he gets the ADS sent right there on Kings. Kings playing it cool, calm, collected. He's just going to wait for his opponent to make the wrong move. Pays off. Finds his first blood onto the game as well. So, defense standing firm. Looking great here. Search and destroy. Obviously, on this map, you've got a little bit of, you know, wiggle room to play with on the defense, and you know, when you've got 2 rounds in a row, you don't get surprised at it. You just continue to do what's working. Right now, Space is doing something that's not necessarily orthodox. He pulls out the R9 and almost gets a little two-piece, but almost doesn't count here at COD Mobile.
Almost does it indeed, but well, this time around though, different strategy, different approach. Bomb is gonna be planted by Rivalo, which means 40 seconds on the clock. They may have fewer player gap and even further down as Carlinhos and Jon both getting a kill for their own. Rivalo on his own, Carlinhos with another kill. This man be frying, 5 kills for him. He's gonna defuse that bomb. He's earned that right, and that's another point going in favor of Infinite Simplicity, playing their 1s and 2s just to the dot, not making barely any mistakes so far. We played 3 rounds, ladies and gentlemen, and only 5 kills inside of Fears. There's 2 for T-Bag, 2 for Space, 1 for CODM. There's something needs to be done about that. They've changed their strategies, but it's just none of them are working. Nope. They lose Rivalo, they lose the bomb. CODM bites the dust. Space is trying to push forward, missing a lot of shots. Carlinhos with yet another double, pushing for more. Space for some reason not playing with a sniper, but playing with a shotgun. Lost the first kill. Gonna be knocked down by Jon. Rehan on his own. Jon with a double. And that's another point for Infinite Simplicity, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta say, like, I don't think I remember the last time I saw Space with a shotgun, you know?
I don't think I've ever seen Space with a shotgun. As a matter of fact, I think one of the things that I was trolling with a little bit when he played with Space in YSL Mayhem roster was he was joking about using the R9. I was like, bro, if you're gonna commit to it, you know, you be that guy. And Space was like, no, you're not using a shotgun, little B. And we were just trolling back and forth, doing good times to VCs. Right now, it's bad times here for Space and Boys. They're down to 3 yet again. Bomb's going to be collected as Rehan's going to be able to do the D. Carlos and Jon have been running this map ragged. T-Bag trying to get the regain, trying to get the regroup, trying to get the boys back in line. Let's see if he can make something happen here now. It's all on him and Rehan. Rehan, though, with the donut. Going to drop the bomb as well. It's, again, another round for a 1v-something scenario. This time, if T-Bag does happen to clutch, I think this is another 1v5 ace. Out the window. 5 rounds solid. Kings, thank you, buddy. Keeping us positive here on the defense. Standing firm here on it as well. And, man, this has been a gruesome 5-round affair here for the side of Fierce. They are, I mean, these are just some of the worst rounds I've seen in Search and Destroy out of them, and they are not looking like they came very well prepared here for an attacking strat.
And I mean, we're technically halfway through it, and there's 2 players with no kills on the side of Fears. They've lost 2 members. Kings with another double. Hulu, Rehan, and Rivalo remain, and both of them have no kills at all throughout the entirety of this game. Let's figure out if they finally manage to break through that situation before we flip spawns, but in here, just not looking too hard, not looking too pretty in favor of Fears. They had a great way of playing on that hard point, but in here, they're getting dominated, man. Completely obliterated, just stomped on at this point. It is just wild to see something like this happening against Fears. But just let's be honest, that game of Hardpoint was a bit of a toss-up. Maybe a 50 points gap can be tricky, but in all honesty, I feel like it could have been for one or the other, you know? And it hurts to see that he just was not there for the Infinity players.
Yeah, I'd love to say this was a 50-50 match. Well, I mean, 50% of the map already has been played, technically speaking. And technically speaking. Right now, 2 for 2 trades, make it 2 for 1, actually. CODM reeling it back in for the boys over at Fierce now as we get to flip, and they switch a absolute light bulb on for themselves there in that round, but hey, no room for error. Obviously, you need to be swift and justice about these rounds. You need to serve a little bit of revenge. This icy map has not done you justice so far here on the attack. We flip sides, maybe a little bit of a different story. We'll see if the 6 rounds you have to be flawless in or going to be sucked now. Jon opened it up with the first blood. Last round was quick. We'll see if they can capitalize on this man advantage now. Rehan there finally able to get some shots in. T-Bag's already made his way up on the flank. And I believe Jan has spotted them. King's actually going to spot Rehan there. Shots from the heady. As Teabag's taking absolute heat. The nade bait. Nobody's pushing, though. This one might be chalked.
I mean, Rivalo got his own first kill. Rehan, as you mentioned, got his second, but Daz bomb potentially going to be planted. There's the opportunity for Rivalo to push forward, but with the Switchblade, there's going to be a lot of trouble in here. With the sniper, there's T-Bag who lands a shot. Ooh, a great headshot onto King, but then gets spotted. Rivalo on his own finds the first kill onto Jan. Turns that around into a 1v1, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of opportunity, but Cortez is going to say, you know what? We wanted a 7-0, but we're going to settle with a 7-1. A 7-1, ladies and gentlemen. That's a wrap and a tie on the overall series in favor of Infinite Simplicity. I was not expecting this result here for game number 2, but man, we struggled to find a third game on Europe today, but here for starters on North America, immediately going to it.
Oh, immediately going to it. And I'm reading in chat earlier. I was like, I saw where Drozen had mentioned, he's like, I don't know why Fierce selected this map. And this was their map. They do not look confident on it. Bro, let me tell you, they got beat to a pulp in 7 rounds. 6-1. Victory here for the side of Infinite Simplicity. We'll take a look at the after-action report. Kings, Jan, you were frying, as well as Carlos. 1-2 pieces for him. I mean, at one point, he was a walking 3-piece. Didn't need too many kills to close this one out early on. As you see, the side of Fear struggle to get on board. Ribalo and Rehan, bro, let me tell you, them donuts were ice cold in the first 6 rounds, 5 rounds, whatever they were, until you eventually got your first kill. But didn't matter. 6 kills for Teabag. He tried. Space also put up a valiant effort. Just a disgusting map choice for the Team Fierce.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is what it is, but GG's. I guess we're going to that game of control over on. What was that again? Actually, let me double check. Where is it? There you go. On firing range. Okay, we've already seen that, and well, I'm intrigued to see if we're gonna see quote unquote team deathmatch. You know, that's what we got earlier. So, what do you say? Are we gonna see more OVJ playstyle or straight on team deathmatch with the extra step of the rounds?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't like firing range for control. I don't like firing range. I don't like Summit. I don't like. I mean, I hate casting Takeoff, but Takeoff is probably a better map than firing range. Watching those like spawn traps, they're so cringe after a few rounds. Like, yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, if you're an attacking team, if you're bringing an A+ strategy to the table, and you're able to get a hit on a site, if you get a god tier read, I appreciate that. But if we're just peeking in the spawn the whole game, we can just turn this into TDM and just make it a 150 score line. What do we think, chat? Make it a race to 150, and we've got a TDM instead of a control. I mean, that's just basically what it boils down to. Thoughts?
Pretty much. That's what it feels like. I mean, I'm not against it. It would be interesting. You know, I think at some point I remember I heard that on one region they used to play frontline on competitive, which I feel like out of every single game mode out there is the worst in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for control.
But you know, they were playing it, so what can I tell you? That was over a year ago, so yeah, it's like probably a year and a half, something like that. So it's just not been played since forever, understandably so. But all right, no more talk. Let's just play control on firing range, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get to see a few sniper players, you know, maybe 1 or 2. Is that a thing? I know that you don't see that too often. Oh, actually, Jesus might be starting with it. BLQ and intrigued to see what he's going to be doing to begin with, Birdie.
Yeah, there we go. We got a 2-player stack here. I'll make it 3 now as Rehan's going to be able to open up a first block. Quickly there to trade, though. Jan and King. As Jesus not going to go hammer this time with the snipes. It is going to be Jan inside with M16. A little bit of a nerf last season, or this post-season, recent season, whatever, update. Still very viable, though, as I would recall. No recoil to begin with, but, you know, still with great recoil control, you've got yourself a great AR right now. 1 tick of progress is in. 5 to 10 life count lead favor of the defense. They're standing strong. Rabalo is peeking inside of the tower. And hey, there are 3 heads he sees. He takes all 3 of them.
Oh, my apologies. 24-16. First pick was taken over on Alpha, but outside of that, the objectives not being the highest priority here for the team of Infinite Simplicity. But now it could be. I see both Jesus and Yon in a situation where they can go forward for that B push, but they're gonna be surprised by T-Bag. T-Bag there with a kill onto Jesus can save you now, looking to find some more, and 10 kill gap in favor of Fierce, and looking to increase that by the second. The side of Infinite Simplicity not having a fun time over here. Only 9 laps left. Less than 20 seconds on the clock, and I think you called it earlier. This is pretty much not truly a spawn trap situation, but pretty close to that matter.
Well, right now, they're doing everything they can to keep the team out of the objective, and with T-Bag kind of straddling here on this head glitch, it is damn near impossible to make it out of the spawn. Love to see it right there. Great little follow-up on the 2-piece. Great little defending ground in favor of the team of Fierce now as they start off with a little bit of an advantage. But we're going to flip sides now. We're going to see if we can get a little bit of traction on either of these sides. I love the Simplicity approach. Couldn't get in A. Tried to open up a seam over at B. And the defense, you know, just acted, you know, accordingly. It was a great round, great fair gameplay. None of that peeking in the spawn, BS that we saw in Europe earlier. This is what I like to see in my control gameplays. I like to see it develop into something. Right now, Rehan shutting down one on the outskirts. It's going to open up the back A long site, but will T-Bag be able to get in? Absolutely. No joy there onto the A site. The trailer shot down. As the clock comes out for Rehan, they're looking to get the lives, and this is what the cringe I'm talking about right here. Look at this. Shut him down before he even gets started. Carlos able to peek and keep the damage to a minimum. So far, so good. The defense standing firm here on both sides, and right now you've got a little bit of a seam on B to open up here. Is that jungle site's absolutely for free? I wonder how long the defense takes to kind of retaliate and respond, or are they going to give that away for free?
I'm just a little bit intrigued as to, okay, seemingly it's working, but Ravalo being on the sniper nest here with the Creek 6, yeah, you're getting quite a few kills, but not too sure that's actually exploding some sort of, actually, no, it is. They are defending his bodies over on Bravo. The only one alive here is going to be CODM, who went for that kill, but gets spotted by Cartels. you said it, this control, this team deathmatch is nearly over. Only 20 more seconds left, and the side of Infinite Simplicity. Simplicity gotta figure something out right about, not Simplicity, pardon me, the side of Fierce. Need to figure something out if they want to prolong this. Only 11 seconds left inside of the hill. I see Rehan and Ravalo. Cartels pushing through the smoke. Cartels with the opportunity, with the Purifier popped on time. Triple kill going in favor of Ravalo, going for the quadra, but gets spotted by Carlinhos. Doesn't matter too much. CODM still alive, up and running, up and healthy. The Annihilator going to be used by the T-Bag bug. Gets spotted by Jesus. Only 7 lives left. The timer still not ticking just yet. Inside of it, there's CODM with his own Vortex machine. 2 ticks already taken in here, and a few more utilities to be used, but in a sense, I just feel verdict that, you know, I liked that they went for the aggressive approach, but I feel like it was just too late, and although they made it close, it's clearly just not going to be enough. Oh, on the very last second, they got 2 more lives, and Ravalo pushes through it, but he is killed at the very end. They try like that. That was really good. That was a valiant effort. They were losing by over 10 kills and then made it super close. But I don't know, man. Was that the best opportunity to use them?
I mean, hey, I mean, not too sure. Obviously, right now you've got to win an attacking round if you're the side of Simplicity, and you know every operator goes a long way. Right now, Carlos not going to go very far with his. He does find 2, or Cartels does find 2 before he gets dropped, but it does open up a seam for the A hit now, as we see. 1 tick of progress coming through. And making sure Carlos has got a claw to work with, too. So, I mean, right now, now is a better time to get a attack round win. If you're the side of Simplicity, don't wait for that round 5. The suspense building up, your device heating up. Obviously, you got to factor in a lot of things when you get into these control games. And we're in a best-of-3 series that's gone the distance, right? We're going to go ahead and go the distance inside the VCs now, as we're going to go ahead and hear the sound cues from the side of Infinite Simplicity. They've got the 8-tick progress done, extending the clock by a minute, and they got the life count lead. Can they close this one out?
He's going
Tell me trailer behind
He's going on 10.
Watching, I'm watching.
Yo, I got a prayer for when we get a wipe. We got this. Play together.
Hey, then trailer one.
Alright, I got barrels. Look at my trailer.
Try to kill him off trailer.
I'm watching it.
Trailer door. He's picking Elon.
He's not picking right now. He's gonna get naded. He's one shot.
Trailer dead. I got trailer.
I got one jungle.
I'm looking jungle. Nice.
Okay, yo, can you watch top 10?
Top 10, watch out. Top 10, watch out.
Yo,
she's mid tower.
I got him behind tower. One top 10 still.
Just remember, they're not gonna peek as much. Try and go for the spawn trap. Nice.
The flash, Spacito.
One more truck. Got one. One more truck.
I got him. Let's go, Gene.
Hey, yo, start capping me.
Kobe. Yeah, C-Chuck, Greenhand. He's out. Yo, no, DB. That's a tunnel. DB.
I'm gonna help you beat.
Copy that.
It's it, boys.
Good recap, good regain, good comms. Obviously, they just needed to find the bodies. Surely enough, they went on an all-out manhunt. Jesus able to put the shots in the last player. Not sure who got the other kill as well. Love the vibes there. It's a great showing here out of this team. That, I mean, we could say all night long they still have a little bit of a chance for a playoff run. Can't really say that with a lot of confidence though.
Yeah, I mean, this is also the perfect opportunity for the side of Simplicity to clutch it up in a 3-1 matter. It was just an outstanding round, as you mentioned. It was crazy to see that they had, like, I want to say 16 lives left, something wild like that. It was just a mad opportunity for them to just clutch right now, and they are going for it. They're already actually getting 7 points in their favor. Just can say, you know what they use. Of the Sparrow will find one onto space, turns around, goes into the spawn, and at a distance will land one. Oh my god, my boy be sniping with a Sparrow now. Turns around, he kind of figured that there might be an opportunity for the enemies to push through A long. And that's not too much. Rehan to the ground, 7 points advantage, 7 kills lead in favor of Infinite Simplicity. Still there. I'm telling you, man, this dude be sniping with that thing at this point.
Yeah, he is right now. Sniping or not, here comes Cartels. Looking to get 2. Might have got a little bit too aggressive. Only gets 1. Hey, if you can make it rain hailstorms and pred missiles, obviously Cartels, you're dead. You're dead. How are you still trying to aim in? Just saw him get sucked right into a gravity vortex hole. Right now, 6 lives remaining. This is dead in the water. 5
this is spawn
players
trapping,
left. Jesus is spawn trapping. Apollo's got a purifier that he's trying to make work. Teabag. Relit it back in for 2, and they're putting a little bit of double time in. But it's the last 2 alive. Raballo's dropped. Teabag, the last hope here on the A site to keep the dream alive. He says, I'm going to go out swinging. I don't count 6 shots that time. It's all on space. He's getting surrounded. King's going to be able to collect the bodies of him. And that's going to be the 2-1 win in favor of none other than Infinite Simplicity. Does it mean anything, though? I don't know. We'll just have to find out. They've only got 1 matchup out of the 2 days left. And that matchup is against Seminole, right? Definitely got a little bit of a ways to go before we can quite say, hey, you might be in it for a playoff run.
And I feel like, I mean, they're gonna be 60 points.
Wait. They got mobility. I lie. Just kidding.
Oh, okay. So mobility, and then they got 1 more, or is that only the last one for them?
That's it. Yeah, they don't have a game on next Tuesday. They play next Thursday, and that's it. And everybody plays on Thursday.
So definitely with 11T winning a single match or winning 2 maps on different days, they've secured that. So at this point in time, Infinite Simplicity, you got the dub, but it is in a sense, of course, you got a set in that matter. You gotta win your games, but not only do you need that, you also need others to have certain results in order for you to actually, make it to the playoffs. It doesn't matter. What I mean by all the GGs, they played good today.
Oh, yeah.
And there was definitely a solid shot of them winning 2-0, but unfortunately enough, it was not the case. And Fierce, Fierce are gonna be getting onto triple digits themselves, right? I feel like they reach 100 points for them.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the standings now, just to kind of get an idea. After we just took a look at the post-action report. I mean, hell of a game for Cartel. So I call a few of those kills. I didn't catch all of them. Obviously, I'm trying to, you know, disperse and figure out who's getting where and where's getting got. And obviously, it's a 3-1 win for you. And what does it mean in the long run? You mentioned it, Gil. All the side of 11 need to do is just win 2 maps, and they've got 2 series to do it on. They don't need to win 2 series. They need to win 2 maps. 10 points gives them the tie with 80 points. We're just saying the simplicity 2-0s on Thursday next week. They're going to have 80. Levity has 80 as well. The tiebreaker goes to the team who won in the regular season, and that team was 11. So they have the head-to-head.
So, well, we'll get to see, you know, adding a little bit of last end of the season pressure for both 11 and Infinite Simplicity. So we will find out. We'll find out. Like you mentioned, maybe something can happen. Who are the next 2 contestants versus 11 though?
11 doesn't play tonight, but on Tuesday of next week, they play Mobility.
Okay.
Who, I mean, like I said, that's not an easy win. I mean, we saw it on Tuesday. Centurion got folded in that comeback. That was a hell of a statement for a team like. But after that, I mean, the search and destroy performance as well as the control, not necessarily there. Definitely not there. And then on Thursday, they play against Galaxia Gaming. So that might be the end of the line. That could be it. For simplicity.
Wait, so it was Mobility, and who was the other you mentioned?
Galaxia.
Oof. That's Infinite Simplicity.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh boy. All right. Well, the raids are coming through. Kimwas and Tatillo. Bienvenidos, gente.
You know what that means? We're gonna get geared up for our second series tonight. It's Luminosity Gaming. It is Zygnus. They're going to be squared off in a best 3 format to see who's the better team. Don't go anywhere. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors like Gorilla and COD Mobile. We'll be back with all the action here momentarily. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for our second series of the night. You already know what's going on. The raids came through. Mad respects there for Zygnus players and Tio and Kim Wax. Huge kisses. I'm gonna give you one as yeah, that's right. To Tio, I rated them earlier. Mwah, 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 muchos besos, mwah, mwah. Our little ones too. Mwah, 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 besitos. Yeah, just for you, Tio. Love you. Much love, homie. All love. We're going to get geared up for our second series of the night. It's going to be a banger. This one should be a great one indeed. Now, let's see the players starting to finally join in the lobby. Both sides starting to get filled. Gil, we got a epic series on our hands. You were telling me something earlier that led me to believe that 11D is better than LG. What happened in LATAM last night? Talk to me.
Well, last night we saw 11T beating TLE and Seminole beating Luminosity Gaming. Oh. And I mentioned that in the past, TLE has beaten Seminole, which, you know, for a rule of 3 matter, you know, you start on pointing at everywhere. You're going to find out that 11T is the best player in the world right now. And if there was a chance of a chance, 11T would win. No,
all right. Well. Luminosity already on the back burners are getting beat last night. You said it was against Seminole. You think they're going to be able to redeem themselves here in this best 3 against Zygnus? It should be like easy matchup for them, right?
I mean, I'm not wait.
I'm not setting you up for failure. Obviously. Look. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be an epic one. I remember back to when Tribe and Zygnus was like a classic match. Obviously, Tribe is not in, you know, competitive gaming for the time being for COD Mobile. I'm sure they're brewing up a team and they're trying to work something up, but this is LG. They're here to play. Luminosity, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to make it consistent as well. As we'll take a look at the best 3. Series going to lead off where we started off, or where the Search Destroy was for last series. Definitely not where we ended. It's Summit Hardpoint, followed by a Hacienda Search and Destroy. Does go to distance. We are going to see a raid Control. This is it. This is a series. This is a rotation. This is everything great in Call of Duty Mobile. Hardpoint, phenomenal. Search and Destroy map, beautiful. Game 3, Control, Raid, love it. Firing range out the window as well as standoff. I get it. Those are classic maps, but for this rotation to be so beautiful, those had to get gone. Thoughts?
I even saw one of the shots over on Bobby's tweet about a potential competitive changes, and I saw one about the pool not being for the entirety of the game modes, but each game mode having its own pool, and I feel like that could be great. You know, that'd be nice.
Someone had to say it. That's right, chat. Champ should not be played on all the maps that are viable for all 3 game modes. They should have specific. They don't even do this in the CDL, bro. Like, they don't do this in the CDL. Like, you literally have a map pool for Hardpoint. You have a map pool for Search and Destroy. You've got a map pool for Control. That map pool for Control is narrow. That's the way it should be in COD Mobile. We should not be seeing these wonky maps make their way in. Summit's one of them. It's god-awful. Get it out of here. Need to bring back Meltdown as well. We'll make COD Mobile great again at one point. Champs has got to be a little better than it was last year, and I think that's the first step you've got to make. First step you got to take.
Well, we're going straight into the game, Verdict. Back into Summit. This is Hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen. And for starters, I want to go with Spades, you know. I want to check him out. I feel like he's been a player that's been popping off. And, well, he got taken down. And so did everyone over on the side of Cygnus. That was not the greatest initial push, but, no, round number 2. Let's see what the second push will end up with. I see that Tio seemingly will begin to be using that Lapa, but he only got 1 kill. All right, that's just gonna be a nail in my books for the beginning here for Cygnus.
Oh yeah, it is right now. Watch, these on a burner. 3 to feed, 3 combo. Looking at it, finally gets dropped. No streaks for him. 6 is on board for Ban, and that's where we're gonna go. Man has not died yet. Got some hill time to go along with it. Only 2 seconds. Obviously, we're not gonna be throwing shade at anybody who's frying right now. He is cooking. Melting the ice caps as well as his Ignis players. They are just another notch on his belt, he says. Making it an 8 combo in the spree is just continuing to thrive. There goes the Preddy. Only going to be able to find one. Nope, it is going to be the trophy system that saved somebody. I don't know who it was, but They'll live to tell the tale. Cygnus, however, have not lived long enough to pick up more than 8 seconds, and that is a problem they got to find a way outside of.
And I mean, they only got those because the scrap down was not even being contested by Luminosity, so that is just not great news for them just yet. We're now on to point number 2. From up above, I'm looking at Washi going through the staircase, finds the Tio, goes for that kill, takes it, goes for the double, like it's nothing. Washi bouncing into the enemies one by one, then spots 2 more over on green, but there was not an opportunity for him to defend himself. Now Raven losing a little bit of control inside of the hill, realized that someone pushed. That was Solo. Solo finds a knock. Solo is also using a shotgun. I just realized that. Nice. Good news here for me. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's see it. Let's see the setup. Let's see the rotation. Right now, it's all about it. Kimlax here trying to make spoilers. Free kill on the inside of the green area. Solo looking to reap the soul of the player who did the damage. A very minimum attempt to break there onto the P3 rotation. Obviously, these spawns aren't locked down until that 4 seconds goes out the clock. Solo, I don't know where you get the range on this R9, but those shots will certainly make anybody hop out of their socks. Certainly a big rotation now as the TAC 5's popped. We've gotten a little closer now as the scoreline might be showing a 10-point advantage, but man, they have gotten slayed out. Cygnus have yet to find a bit of hill time here on the P3 site. They're not going to find it there as the operators get popped. The shotties are just as toxic. And then through the back door, they're trying to make the attempt. Now, they got the flip. This could be it. Gil, how much of an odds of a chance do we see this spawn come through with some hill time translation?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? They got the spawns, but not doing anything with them. Barely managed to get a player in for half a second, but immediately gets taken down. The Tio buys the dust. The next one trying to get inside is Detri. Detri finds the kill to get spotted. Raven finally will clear the space alongside with Spades, and that was technically still scrap time. You know, there's gonna be 10 more seconds, around 60 points in favor of Cygnus, losing by about 30. And you know, man, I feel like it is going to be really bad in the sense for Cygnus, because the only reason that they are still with a fighting chance in the points wise is because Luminosity allowing that for that to be the case. They are not prioritizing 100% onto the objectives. What's going on?
Oh, Spades, able to come through. I mean, you said it. You know, right now the game changer has been, they have been living off scraps, and it's only because LG's either said, forget about it, we're heading for the hills, we're tucking for new, we're getting the setup for new. That's not the case here. Spades able to get in for a brief moment, but I'm back to reality. I've been brought back down. Fortunately, we do see LG get back onto the hill. Cygnus now trying to barrel back in it. Not happening, though. 20 seconds left to go. Living off scraps this time around. They're not even going to get that. You can see LG are going to hold for the full time necessary. As the setup here is Cygnus now about 60 points down. It's going to be a little worse as P1 pops open for business. So, need to make a comeback. Need to happen here as Detri is going to be able to get the transitional kill run. Double digits for kills for Spades and Detri, but that's about as close as it gets to LG, who are, you know, players who are flirting with 20 already.
Yeah, finally some more priority on the OVJ time for Luminosity translates onto them, doubling and nearly tripling the amount of points that Cygnus has for themselves right now. Deal with 5 kills, is trying to defend himself now from the inside of the hill, pops out that Purifier, finds a kill, waits for some more to walk by, but Solo with that shotgun is just so deadly. Solo gets spotted, Detri still alive, gonna be killed as well by Washi, and this continues to be a rampage in favor of Luminosity Gaming. The only one quote-unquote struggling could be Blur with 12 kills for himself, but even him is on green numbers. Everybody just shredding. Banned over 2.0 KD for himself, already 20, scratch that, 21 kills, going for the 22 and making it happen so easily. This man, this legend is just truly being too hot to handle on the hands of Cygnus Esports. And man, 100 points gap that at this point in time, I'm not too sure it's possible to come back from for Cygnus.
I'm looking at Ban. I don't know quite what was going on there. Maybe he's just like, hey, take me. I
think he disconnected.
I think, yeah, there we go. He does connect back in, and that's going to be a perfect time. Ban's going to pop the Freddy. He's going to find one from the spawn site now as we go over to the P2 site. It's now or never. We're going to go ahead and buckle up. Quick listen in with the side of LG. This one could be over here in a moment.
P1.
Everyone's gonna get me. Watch it.
P1.
Top.
I'm pushing
Careful,
your
careful,
top.
Con. Careful, Con. Bottom. In hill. He's by himself,
He's on the barrel on hill. We got something.
Aim him.
This side, got
We're
him.
gonna spawn out. We're
I
spawning
got
out.
scrap.
Run, run.
Lane half. Mid lane going top.
Dead. I need it.
Yo, 2 greens run. 2 no.
Grab scrap. I lagged again, dude. I'm not gonna record. Find it.
There's a guy green.
One old. I'm watching Con.
Green down. Push new. Fuck. One deep new.
I have Annie.
By himself deep.
There's a guy long. No. He's A long. Forklift.
Oh, it's too deep.
What's up deep?
They have tech.
Slow down.
Yeah, attack. Yeah, we just push.
All right, certainly a little bit of frustrations, but hey, right now Zaydi's doing whatever they can do to survive. They got the points here on the P3 site. They got the lockdown for the spawns. Tio looking to open up with something vicious there as he pops the paper plane, but it's Kimwax going to be able to come through for the day saver. Time saver to go along with it now. Zygnus trying to buckle up for a little bit of a comeback, Gil. What are we thinking?
Well, they're doing a little bit better. That's absolutely for sure. Now from the inside, I see Raven here with a claw, getting one, getting two. Not even with the tag fight would they manage to survive in here. Great defense, great fall. Now goes out, finds another kill. Raven now on a spree for himself, alongside with that operator and the CVR. It's gonna be more than enough to secure the remaining seconds of that kill. That is huge. That is absolutely huge, ladies and gentlemen. As you mentioned, that comeback is still a possibility. Although Cygnus has struggled like no other so far in here, there's still a fighting chance, and that fighting chance could be Kimwax. Kimwax trying to rotate onto the next kill, but the use of the Sparrow will be too hard to handle. The next one, Tatillo with his own Purifier. Keep an eye open for Tatillo. There's someone back spawns. There's nothing he can do at that distance, so he tries to change the pace of his approach with the use of the smoke. They can't get inside. Kimwax with the double. Tatillo getting to burn a little bit onto Washi. Washi finds the dust, and that is going to be the retake in favor of Cygnus, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that they are still up and running. Yesterday, Cygnus was losing by 100 and came back from it, but here tonight, I got to say that I was not expecting that to be so close to being the case in a way against Luminosity.
A little sparkle, a little glimmer right now. Still a lot of work to do. Cygnus trying to buckle up for a comeback. We're going to go ahead and dive in for a listen in. Will we hear sounds of triumph or we hear sounds of sorrow? We'll find out as we do jump in with the side of Cygnus.
Cálmalos, venga, estamos en la partida todavía.
Mira, dos top.
Muerto uno top, uno por top.
Top va para midline.
Con.
Hay uno nieve.
Top.
Uno con, dos en punto.
Muerto top.
Top. Sigue top. Está viendo.
Va otro más top.
Muerto uno top, otro más. Bien.
Hay unos barriles haciendo control.
Muerto barril. Bidom.
Hay uno en glitch, güey. Y otro en escalera, en mesa.
Top, se lanza, top.
Bidom.
30. Son tres en punto, no puedo.
Alrighty, there. We try to salvage whatever we could. Right now, listening's no bueno. Right now, Hill's finally going to get broken, but only 8 seconds to hear Gil. Zygnus have done great miracles here in this this hard point, but a little too far, a little long lost now as we see Hill's only 8 seconds left here for the side of LG to close it out.
And I mean, man, that shotgun of Halo coming down from solo. 41 kills already. Scribes at 42. Gonna get killed by Tatillo, but it is just so close to success in favor of Luminosity Gaming. Now the club by Ambi will secure a couple extra seconds. Kimwax tries to fight back. Not going to be enough. The next one is Tatillo, but also bites the dust. That is only 4 more seconds that they're in need of to just close it out in 250, 280 or so points for Cygnus. Trying to fight back from the inside there. Space surviving, turns around. Washi pushing forward. Washi trying to get inside. They're getting the kill. Washi with the control. They are fighting from the inside. Only 2 more seconds. 1 kill, 2 more. They're fighting inside. Tatillo still alive. Barely surviving that fight, and he's about to get control over yet another use of the Purifier, but unfortunately enough, he gets killed, and with that, all hope remains to no avail in favor of Cygnus. They tried their hardest. They did really good on the second half, but the problem is that not only were they struggling, they were straight on doing pretty bad on the first half.
Yeah, they were. I mean, it wasn't so much like the first rotation. They managed to keep it close. It was the first or second reset where the P1 and P2 just got way out of hand. Anytime you're getting all of those points for free, there's a problem.
Yeah.
You've got to find a way to contest. Cygnus needs to find a way to get those spawns for that P3 side early on, like we saw in that second set of hills. Obviously, we didn't get a third set of hills onto the P3 side, but would have died to get some of that action. This would have extended maybe a little bit of a lifeline for Cygnus, but that's not the case. You take a look at it. Post-action reports in. Envy, man, he's cooking. 43 and 27. An absolute demon this season. By far leading the pack in KD and hardpoint. That's, I mean, with an AR or without it, man can do both. Minute 29 on clock for solo with a 42 and 30. He's also got, you know, right there in contest. Everyone's got like a minute plus outside of Envy, and that's for a reason. Onto this objective time. On the flip side of things, you've got a very desperate and struggling objective player in Raven, who goes 19 to 33. Does pick up a minute 24, but those numbers will just tell you a story. Your objective player was hemorrhaging inside of the hard point.
Yeah. I mean, that kill advantage is just completely massive out of this world. I want to say that's like, 60 plus at least kill gap. And like I mentioned, in a sense, that first half, I think they kept it close. Not because of the points per se by Cygnus, but because, like I mentioned, I think Luminosity was just not in for the OVJ. You know, they were allowing Cygnus to do so while at the same time just getting so many kills all the time. So. Yeah. All right. Well, they stepped it up at the end, which is good news, as we are going to be now beginning to be thinking about game number 2, which is Search and Destroy on Hacienda. But I'm still unsure if that could be enough to be still in a fighting scenario to attempt to take us into a game 3 on the hands of Cygnus, you know?
I'm going to need a big performance. This is the map to do it, obviously. We talk about Search and Destroy performances. Historically speaking, if you're looking at this LG roster, they did absolute banger performances in Worlds on Slums. Hacienda, I think it was hit or miss. We'll find out now if it's a miss or if it is a hit. Now, defense here for the first 6 rounds for the side of Cygnus. Luminosity going to be on the attack, and the attack strat right now. Bear brute force push to the middle of the map. They're trying to find anybody. Nobody in position to get any kind of reads onto the bomb sites, either A or B, other than Band, who is trying to be that entry frag. We'll be on board with him now, but Detry actually has a pretty good little drop on him. We'll see if he gets the lineup. Does it pull the trigger right there? And that might have been the only chance that you're going to be able to take out Band this round. Oh, he's on the pounds, too. Look at that. Ooh.
Band taking the next one. So you're going to answer back down with a kill onto Solo. Washi trying to defend himself with a shorty. Finds the first enemy, lands the 2 shots onto Spades. That is going to be the call for Tatillo. There's someone from behind. Band getting another kill. Tatillo on his own. Going for that kill. Not going to be possible. Washi just moves too good with that shorty. That movement is going to be pretty clean to find that 1-2 wombo combo with the shorty. That's the point going in favor of Luminosity. And, well, you know, a well-strategized beginning for Luminosity. You know, they were not only going for those kills, but immediately capitalizing on them by planting the bomb. And, well, a great way to begin for themselves.
Good sense as well. I mean, Band, he's a contract killer, man. Once he gets the blood, he is not stopping. Right now, Detry's going to get a little bit more support from the top rope. It's Kimwax there to make sure that everything goes well for this sniper player. Now, as the aggression comes through, Detry gets the read, but can't pull the shot. And now Kimwax and team down to 1 player. It's actually going to be Spades. Can he hit 3 of them in the row? It does find the first. 30 seconds left to go. Solo, he said, I ain't peeking this on me. You can have it. Blur now trying to get the wrap up. We'll see them play for the trades now as Spades has caused a little bit of pain. No more here on the fence side of things now as the round going to go down. 2-0 in favor of LG. Good post-plant positioning there from the side of LG. Great job of getting that bomb plant down almost instantly.
Yeah, great job indeed. Always prioritizing that bomb will allow them to put even more pressure onto enemy shoulders. That's exactly what happened over there. Trying to fight back Cygnus in here. Are not going to be able to find any bounds just yet. Raven pushing forward. He heard someone, but surprised there was also someone from behind. Solo taking another kill, struggling a lot. Spades does manage to find that kill onto Washi. Spades with a sniper gets the opportunity to kill one more. Not gonna be the case though. Bomb is gonna be planted. 45 seconds on the clock. Pushing in there. There's a band already onto enemy's territory. Finds one, finds almost two. Oh my god, the gloves for the double. Disrespectful. This madman does not care. Whatever he may have in hand will be more than enough for him to secure yet another kill. And Kimwax right now is on his own. 1v3, 25 seconds left. And pretty much the beginning of the end, as they already know where he's at. Band with a headshot, Deagle in hand.
Should be illegal,
bro. The point. I think that was a one-shot, one kill, wasn't it?
I don't care, bro. Someone needs a ban for Mobile Mayhem. This guy should not be competing. This guy is clearly
7 kills.
Had way too much gamer substances tonight. 7 kills, 3 rounds. He's averaging more than 2.
He's just a good
right
gamer,
there.
you know?
Yeah, man. He's just... You saw it earlier in that first round. Poor Dietrich. Once he spots you, it's damn near impossible to stop him. Opening Blood's coming through with Solo. If it's not one demon, it's another, and certainly... The 1-2 punch of this sub-SMG duo, just too much to handle for Cygnus. They are moving relatively slow on a map that is very big, and you would think that these rounds develop a little slower. They're not. They are speeding up. They are getting faster. Right now, they are stuck in their spawns. The Elcar coming out for Spades. He gets a 2-piece. It's cheeky. We'll allow it. All is fair and more in games. Right now, it's 2v2. This is about as fair as a matchup as we've had on our hands all night. In this series, the Search and Destroy has been a brutal one to watch if you're Cygnus fans, and right now, this might be the round that they are able to clutch up, but Envy, gets dusted, but does find one before he goes. It's all on Blur. 20 seconds left. Is it a hope? Is it a miracle? Is it a nade that might spoil this one? Spades. Can't get there, that's tough.
Spades. I'll tell you, man, Spades has been really, really good player here for Cygnus, but unfortunately enough, even better than that is the playstyle from Luminosity Gaming tonight, having outstanding results. They already made it happen on Hardpoint. They are making it rain, because when it rains, it just pours now on the side of Cygnus, who cannot get a saying onto what's going on in these games. They're trying, they are prioritizing different stuff, they're changing strategies, but it's just not been enough. Washi gonna find the first blood. They are immediately capitalizing on that, planting the bomb by the hands of Solo. That is already 45 seconds left for Cygnus to, at this point, figure something out, Verdict.
Yeah. They had 5 rounds now to figure something out. Right now, they have not figured out anything other than LG's just better. Solo gonna find a 2-piece for the last 2 to drop now. Cygnus, you see a little bit of a turnaround. This has got to be the round, right? This is where they find one successful, defending round. This is their map pick, by the way. And right now, they are not making the most of it. As a matter of fact, they are getting mosted. They're getting bested. They're getting destroyed. We'll see if they can turn it around now. Stuns come through. Hit marker on the B side. Plenty of intel for Washi to work with, as he's got Blur there to entry with him. So Blur's going to do his work. Clears off the site. Now, as he's looking for more, it's Tio finally going to be able to shut somebody down there. As he picks up a second Tetri, able to get the trade there on Washi as well. Bomb might have went down onto the B site, or A site. I didn't even see it go down. As a matter of fact, the Cygnus team a little slow to retaliate, but they've done a lot of work on the back end to make something happen. Now is their round to take, or is it Solo's round to spoil them? It sure is looking like it. There's another one down. It's all down Spades. It's not happening. 6-0, flawless. 6 rounds in a row for the side of LG. My God. They're just good, bro.
Yeah, they are just even more than good at this point. It is just unmatched by them. It is incredible. Already a 6-0 lead and about to clutch it up on the next one if they continue to do what they're doing, which is just being better, being such a beast for themselves, and not even showing any sort of stopping soon. No fear, just fighting here. Already pretty much onto deep spawn of the enemy. Spades gonna find that kill onto Washi. Solo pushing from the back. We'll find Kimwax, but Kimwax takes that kill. Really good action over there. The one closest to all of this is gonna be Band. Band now with the help of Indy could try to push forward, but they get spotted. Raven takes the kill to Tio pushing forward. Gonna get the knock onto Envy. Blur, the only one alive. 1 versus 5 takes the kill onto Kimwax, but gets spotted by Detri. That's his 5th kill. That's the first point. Cygnus are here, but Cygnus are late.
Yeah.
The Cygnus are late to the party. They're barely getting scraps at this point.
Hey, look, if we're having a party here at the Hacienda, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no way I'm gonna be late. Right now, it's better late than ever. Better late than never, but never late is always the best, right? Right now, 6 rounds. Solid, sound, collected, very well put together. The presentation was flawless. 1 round of adversity never hurts anybody right now. Still 1 round to close it out. Cygnus able to keep the dream alive. Tatio open it up at the first block. He's knocking on the back door, looking for the back alley approach. And with that person going down, Solo is going to be able to get the trade. Bomb carrier is down. And a little off hands, off duty now as we see. A little bit of a proactive approach here from Solo. Does get the job done on first, but is going to have to force a retreat back. Now they got a split section. 2 on the front line, 2 in the back. Are they going to get sandwiched or are they going to get whiffed? Oh my god, look at the setup here. It's going to be absolutely massive. These 2 kills come through it. It's Envy and Solo combining for 2 in the feed. Raven and Detri. Last 2 hopes here. Make it Detri. Make it no one. 7-1. LG coming through. Just a flex on them. Search and Destroy performance. Immaculate. Even better than the hard point. This was your Mac pick, Cygnus. And, well, I just got to say LG played it better.
Oh man, it was. I gotta say, Solo. I know that he's always been such a great, outstanding player, but here tonight, in only 2 games of Hardpoint and Search and Destroy, I think he had like 70 kills. Like, this dude was flying out of his mind. 13 kills here on Search and Destroy, and it was only 8 rounds. You know, 8 rounds, 13 kills. Solo was incredible. Cygnus, it might be for another chance, for another day in here tonight. Luminosity, at least in North America, they continue to dominate. We are still yet to see them. I think we've mentioned this before, right? They've only lost 1 map, right, on Luminosity side?
Exactly. 1 map, all season long so far.
That's it.
That's it. Now, they do have 2 more series left, and these might have been the 2 best for last scenarios. On the 28th, they play Seminole. And on the 2nd of March, which is the last day of the regular season, they play Fierce.
Okay.
So, maybe they have been laid out to have a great season so far. Maybe we see some spoilers towards the end of it. Well, I mean, LG, they've manhandled teams that we anticipated to see at least a fight being thrown up, and then teams that we did not anticipate them to, you know, lose a map to. We've seen them lose 1 map to. But, you know, that team is kind of like broken through the scene and kind of shaking things up. Not necessarily enough to get the job done and complete the series, and what could have been a great season for them still ends up being fairly decent. But LG, they're on the brink of greatness, and right now, you just saw it. They bested Cygnus, and I don't even think they broke a sweat.
They just dominated, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-0 sweep, in favor of Luminosity Gaming, doing it again. That was match 2 of the night, ladies and gentlemen. But we are not over. We still got plenty more to come. So if you don't want to miss out, you better stick around. We're gonna go take a look onto one of our sponsors. We take a quick break before we go for the third one.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after a short intermission. As Gil mentioned, we heard a word from Call of Duty Mobile, and now we're going to get to see some Call of Duty Mobile. It's upper echelon, it's team mobility. Right now, at the bottom of the pack for the standings, not much of an implication as where they could, go. But hey, they could spoil somebody's season very easily here in the next 3 days, or they could make someone's season. We'll have to find out right now. They're going to have to wreck each other first now as we're going to get geared up for it. Based off what we've seen so far this season, I don't have very much expectations for either of these teams other than some good old-fashioned gameplay. That's it. That's just my thoughts. Gil, thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. Let's just have some fun while we watch all of this, right? These two teams have struggled. It's a reality. We can't hide that. But at the end of the day, they still gotta play their last few matches, and as long as they're improving, they're playing, they're fighting with their best capabilities, that's all I'm asking for at this point. So yeah.
There we go. A little bit of practice, maybe a little bit of fine tuning before we get into that next season. Obviously, are we going to be still together after this season? That's always a question to ask myself after a team doesn't necessarily make a top 6 seed. Obviously, not everybody's top 6 material. This team is packed with talent. Both teams are. Both teams have produced players who played in stage 4 and advanced, made it stage 5.
Yeah.
I mean, they're certainly capable of doing great things, but will they? That's the question we always ask ourselves after the end of the season. Right now, we're coming to the end. Right now is the beginning of this best 3. It is going to have a standout or summit search of summit hardpoint. Good God, Verdict, spit it out. Followed by a raid, search, destroy. If we do go the distance, it is going to be that firing range control to break us off now as we take a look. Slums out of the equation as well as Hacienda. Let's have a good fight, man. This one should be, I mean, no implication for a playoff run again, but a scrappy one indeed.
So Hardpoint Summit, it's gonna be interesting. We're going straight into it. No more talking, just pure raw action. Good luck, have fun, everybody. This is match number 3, game number 1. This is, fellas, Upper Echelon and Team Mobility. And to begin with all of this, Verdict, I wanted to stick around with Snipes. I'm intrigued to see. I've seen that Lapa being used by quite a couple of players tonight across regions, and so far I haven't seen it popped out just yet. Maybe Snipes will be the first one to show that in here, gets some assistance. Not gonna be enough. Finds that kill onto Rap and immediately bounces inside of the hill, but gets spotted by Sunny, so not too much more to talk about there. Sunny still inside his own CBR, doing a lot of damage onto the opponents, getting no kills, but allowing his allies to finish off those opponents. A great hold here in favor of Upper Echelon.
Yeah, great hold indeed. Scott trying to pop off, trying to fire like at the top side. Control 3 in the combo feed. Man's cooking now. P2 where he hops down right onto the bodies of somebody. It's Snipes. Hello. We're home. Scott is here to cook now as we see P2 is about to pop open for business. This is a commanding lead here for UE. Beside of Team Mobility. They're known for their comebacks right now. They are going to have to come back by 37 if this contest continues to roll through. It's one player left to deal with. They're certainly trying to get that time in. The battle for P2 has already begun, and Scott is already here. I don't know if he quite knows, but there are players right on top of him. Surely he'll know it here in a moment now as we see. 30 seconds advantage rolling into a catwalk, about to open up for business. Scott has been running rampant. He's going to continue to do so freely here as his P2 pops open.
That's right, already 45 seconds important. Bigger of Upper Echelon doing an outstanding job now. The only one alive left is going to be Pepe, but see what he has to say about that. There's going to be someone pushing through. Dark Bug gets that kill. That Collapse member could not do too much in here. Still plenty of time left for the side of Upper Echelon to contest inside, but losing a little bit of control. Y2K gonna push through, gets the kill, but gets spotted by Sunny. Not a whole lot of points in favor here of Team Mobility as Upper Echelon continues to rock their world. 20 seconds left. The fight there for Raph is not gonna be enough. Gets spotted by Clapspot. The spawns will be like, you know what? If we're spawning over here, I might as well try to contest on the inside of the kill. That is the call for Sunny to get that kill, get the control, get those 10 extra seconds. But the problem, quote-unquote, the problem could be the spawn. We've clearly seen that the spawns are not the most important thing. Luminosity pretty much had no spawn control here for around 40 seconds, and they just were not getting taken out. And, well, they are changing the pace on the side of Upper E. Inside, actually from the outskirts of Catwalk, I see Raph now with a claw. There's 2 more operators being popped off by Upper Echelon. Verdict, the one that secure this area.
Yeah, they do. They need to. It's a little bit of a comeback now. For the side of Mobility, not going to find it here on the P3 site. A lot of operators dumped out here in the wide open now as P3 is still wide open for business. 30 seconds left to go. Plenty of time to scrap for Team Mobility. They're scrapping. And surely now they're going to be able to hop some operators. It is going to be the Grab Vortex that's going to alleviate some pressure there on the front. Hits coming from the backside. It is Scott, though, as he is shut down. Pryzo through the front door as well. Claps has been flawless. 30 seconds of scrap. Going to be plenty of time here as we see P4 is transitions are being made. Big kills coming through here. If you die now, you don't hold that spawn or that kill cam, you could be spawned halfway across the map. We'll see if it goes through. No, time is ended. Flashy does spawn halfway across, but it is snowbound journey. He is gone now. 94 to 55. It's not that close, but it could be worse here. Flashy now trying to make the godsend through the snow site. He might have actually done it. Nope, it is Ralph who's going to shut him down. P4 opens up for business. It is all UE for the time being.
All UE indeed. Sonny bouncing inside. A little bit of hip fire to take that kill onto Snipes. Now the next one to push in is going to be Bright. Bright's the dog. The use of the Purifier by Y2J. It's going to be cleaning up the kill in favor here of Team Mobility. Doing a great job, but it's not going to be enough though. Purifier at a distance not going to connect, but it doesn't matter. His allies still trying to fight back. Not going to be enough. Although that was a great chunk of points going in favor of Team Mobility, they are still continuing to be up behind. 10 more seconds of quote-unquote scrap time that will be taken by the hands of upper echelon. The Annihilator was popped off by Snipes. Snipes in here already shot at 2 bullets, but not a whole lot of impact will be taking off of that now. The timer's up. Lapa's out, takes that kill onto Pepe. And well, I told you about that Lapa, but it seems like not having the greatest result so far. And here, 11 kills for him. Well, the team continues to struggle.
Yeah, not necessarily the best results here in the hard point. Obviously, succeeded in search. Great gun to use. Obviously, you know, different circumstances calls for different loadouts. Right now, loadouts. If you're not using a Bison, you're not using a CBR, you're probably going to be behind the pack right now. By about 70 points, it's the deficit. Mobility trying to regain, trying to regroup. Anti-pop here for Cryzo. Doing some great work here on the perimeter of the objective. Looking to see if he can annihilate anybody who wants to step foot onto it now. Y2J, next victim, downed. Dusted, Bright, dropped from halfway across the room, but it's Flashy. We're finally able to shut him down now, but it is not going to be hill time. It is going to be a little bit of kill times here. As Sonny pops the Purifier. This one's getting ugly. It's getting out of hand. It's getting brutal. Let's go ahead and jump in. See how those comps sound now as things looking bright and shiny over here for the side of UE. Let's see how those comps sound, though.
You know, they have
top is open. Top is open. We gotta pick that up.
Go on bottom. One top control right now. Dip top, one top. Top control, dropped out. Top control, dropping out. Right above you.
Get the hill.
Oh, no,
Green barrel.
Are we set? Slow down. I'm green. Yes, green barrel dead.
I'm an EMP.
EMP now. Come on. Vortex. He's a vortex on point.
This is spawn, green.
Green.
I'm gonna flank it.
Come on, be green, bro. Rotate new.
I'm in green.
I'm inside new. We can still play all while we're at it. Top control, dropped out behind you, dead.
Set up new.
Connected clear.
One more.
Yo, Sonny, whoever's in Brooklyn, watch snow. He's already fucking tractor.
What's up?
I got it.
You kill Snipes? I spawned all
Y'all gotta hold it. You don't gotta push.
Watch your snow.
I know. I'm not
Puente, bro. Puente, cracker.
Oh, snow.
I spawned out.
One main.
Greeny bucks.
What is Puente?
I'm in con right now. Con, 2 mid lane.
Uh-oh. We're in for a little bit of upset season, Gil. Those squads open up for new. You didn't hold that kill cam. You are in for a rude awakening. And where might you ask is Fuentes?
Wait, what did you say?
I don't know. The call out for the last com that I heard was, what is Fuentes?
Oh, I mean, Fuentes, I don't think I can come up with a word in English. The water thing is that you can use to decorate.
Ah. Who the hell makes that call out? Who was that? We need to know.
I don't know.
Need to accept responsibility for what you have called, because I heard the call. I was like, where the hell is that at, bro? And then I saw...
No, yeah, there's definitely no such thing in this map, right?
No, definitely not. Right now, a little bit of a comeback here and a little bit of a silver lining here for the boys over at Team Mobility. They have spark comebacks here this week alone. I think they took down Centurion, which was an upset of all upsets. Right now, they're trying to buckle up for another one. Winter's coming. It's arrived. It is mighty chilly here in the Summit Hills. Will they be able to make the comeback? We'll go ahead and dive in for a second listen in. Let's see if they can get the job done here on the P4 break.
2 point, bro.
Too rad, bro. Can you push deep for once?
There's one seat on. No prayer.
There's someone point. There's someone point.
I got one. Call the.
Is that forget that?
Yeah.
41, super one.
Come on, bro.
It's one hill,
One top. Top.
Bottom.
One of them seat on.
There's nothing I can fucking do, bro. It's just annoying.
P2, pushing barrels.
Look, I have been there. I know chat's been there at times. We've been in games. You're just not doing anything. Obviously, that's just the case there before it was a lockdown. 16 seconds is all that it takes here to close it out. P1's where miracles happen. Right now, they're going to need another miracle here in this icy map with Summit now as things have gotten out of hand. Still plenty of time to make the comeback. Not enough time to afford any kind of mistake. So we start to see now as flawless it has to be from here on out. Tac 5 pop. This is where the journey begins. UE still up. Need to close it out. Need to find a way to shut this team down. But we've seen this team turn the Jets on. And maybe that was a bad time for listen-ins. But one of the more epic comebacks of this season we've seen have been with this mobility roster. It's just not looking like it's going to be another night here for a comeback.
Yeah, in all reality, I feel like if maybe that mood, that vibe, that mentality was in a different set, we could have seen something different. As you mentioned, the comeback wasn't nearly a reality, but it is what it is. GG is a great victory for Operation. And I do gotta publicly shame you and say that it was Puente with a P, not with an F, and that's what threw me off. And
okay.
I think he was talking about catwalk, because Puente means like. I also don't know the word for that, but
hey,
yeah,
in my defense, I heard his teammate say Fuentes as well. Okay.
Yeah. It's all right. So yeah, it was probably that.
Okay. All right. That one's done. 44-20. Sunny.
Bridge is the word.
Bridge. Got it. That makes sense. But hey, even his teammate was like, "What the hell is that, bro? What are you even talking about?"
What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I know you heard it.
It happens.
Yeah. No. That's it. 250, 250, 201, 250, 251. Imagine. Couldn't be us. Down Hardpoint Summit. Down this map. Not like this. 29-37 for the Lapa man himself. Snipes. Not enough to get the job done, bro. You got to get your weight up in that objective, bro. 11 seconds? Not going to cut it. 2 minutes and 4 for Y2J. On the flip side of things, you had a pack of UE players who were just ready to devour. 34-28. Pepe for 2 minutes and 17 seconds on the hill. MVP numbers himself. Scott started hot, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where things went wrong. Maybe his team was just, putting in way too much work. He just got sat back, relaxed. Maybe play for those spawns. Who knows? Got the win. That's all that matters.
Yeah, it's all that matters. But oh well, GG's. Like you mentioned, that Lapa player, Snipes, trying his best, but it was just not enough. Not only because the allies struggled, but also, as you mentioned, the OBJ time, only 11 seconds. Not going to make it happen for yourself, but oh well, fellas. Search and destroy on raid is what's upon us. We're gonna wait just a few more seconds until we're gonna start with that soon. It feels like although we started with that banger of going all the way to game number 3, it's been way faster now in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, God, you had a banger series in our first one, and then LG just came through and swept. They had plans for an early night. Maybe they're trying to get their back to their grind, or I hear they got a lot to work on as well. I mean, obviously that team looks great, but always room for improvement. We'll see now as this team's, both of them in our hands, to watch here for this next series or this next game. Certainly have a lot to work on as well. The hardpoint though look pretty damn good for the side of UE. We came through the handle business right now. It's Search and Destroy for the focus now as we head over to Raid for a little S&D. First 6 rounds.
Yeah.
We are going to have the side of mobility on the attack. This wouldn't, you got to reel it back in. you've got to find a way to find success early on, and you know what better way to do it than to buckle up for a big A side approach or a B side hit. Double down, invest, whatever you got to do. Right now, it's all about the middle of the map. Not quite sure what Intel gave you there, but the nade shot from Pepe, he's going to find plenty with that first blood.
Verdict, I'm not too sure. Like, unless something happened, why would you swap your MVP from last game with 44 kills and only dying 20 times for Tsunami? Nothing against Tsunami, but if Sonny was frying, like I mentioned, unless something happened, I find that decision making on the side of Upper Echelon quite odd. But, you know, still, it is what it is. They already started this game, and they already got not one, but 2 kills for themselves. Now by the hands of Chrysler. Pride lights the dust. Chrysler with the double onto his knives. Only Claps and Flashy remain. 4 versus 2. No real opportunity to actually plant the bomb. Flashy on his own begins to push towards kitchen and finds that kill onto Chrysler. Good reaction time there for Flashy. Now begins to push towards that pull side, but gets spotted, both dying pretty much at the same time. Well, that is going to be the point going in favor of Upper E.
First point going through for Upper E. Good point in chat for Denominate. Gil looks like he should have his own cologne company that he is the store advertisement in. Bro, I don't think you could have said it any better right now. I would buy whatever cologne. I'd buy anything that you're selling. Scott right now, he's selling some shots. Doesn't matter if you're buying, he is absolutely chalking them up. But it is going to be him chewed up and spit out there as a money room hit. Only good for the first. He is traded out the door now. Pepe and Tsunami look left to reel it back in. Pepe has been a search and destroy demon recently. He's a problem to deal with, and Claps now on his on. As he had a 3v2 player advantage, that has disappeared. First blood down. As he has cleared out court side. We'll look for Claps for the clutch. It's 1v2. It's for the numbers. It's for the points on board. Pepe doing anything he can to stop it now as the bomb's going to be collected. Rotation through the middle of the map. No intel to go on other than, hey, he was here last time around. Shots are too crispy. Claps. Has ice in his veins. That is all his to his name. 2 to be exact. And those are the last 2 live there. So what better way to get on board with some kills than, hey, let me just 1v2 it real quick.
Yes, sir. Claps making it worth his name. Clapping them chicks, making that 1v2 and securing the tying round in his favor. So 1 for each side. Now King the bomb. Once again, there's Flashy pushing through the full side. The one defending over there is going to be Tsunami, the sub player now for Upper Echelon, and finds that kill onto Flashy. Begins to look onto Money Room. No one used yet, but good strategy to just be waiting for that opportunity now. Oh, misses that chance onto Snipes. Gets taken down. Bright with a kill as well. Bright with that kill also secures a player lead for themselves, but Chrysler immediately reacting back by eliminating Bright. 3 versus 2. Another kill for Pepe. Already 5 to his name. Going for kill. Number 6. Let's see if we can do it. Tries to pick up a sniper from the ground. And does. Misses that first shot. Goes for the second. Not going to connect. Pistol clearance by the hands of Claps. Trying to once again secure a point for the team. They're going to be close to that, but Chrysler not going to make it easy. Takes that kill at a distance onto Claps. So Y2K on his own. No longer feeling secure while trying to plant that bomb. Will change his strategy, it seems like.
Yeah, Pepe, he didn't get enough of the Claps action last round. He got some more here for the pistol. Chrysler trying to prevent another disastrous 1v2 clutch. He does. 2-1 now. Hands, leads, all over it. Both of them. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. UE are here to play. It's certainly able to go back and forth so far with team mobility. No clear, outstanding performance, but only one good clutch there for mobility, and one bad clutch would have gone 3 rounds in a row for UE. It's not the case here, though. Buckling up for a B-side hit. Y2J looking to lead the pack, looking to get through the B-side to the ring side. Driveway, the connection, it's made. Raph holding on for dear life to the heady, but he cannot stay any longer. Pepe playing the bomb heady to a T, but is going to be dusted. He takes a few with him before he goes. Y2J and Claps, they're the last 2 alive, and things have gone south here in Raid. The ring, not necessarily the approach that they needed to take. They gathered the bomb. They tucked their tails. Looking for another redirect and a reapproach now. First shots coming through for Claps. Looking for the shots through the middle of the map. There's one in kitchen. And homie, you needed to take him out. It's Tsunami. He can be a very hard player to deal with. Very difficult to take down now. As you still got Scott and you still got Cryzo here holding down the ring side of things. And look at the hit through for Collapse. He might be able to get some intel. Scott might... Oh, bro, they don't use headphones, do they? If they did, they know. Cryzo able to shut down that player. Y2J is the last one alive. It's a 1v2 with 38 seconds left to go on the clock.
Yeah, I don't even know what to tell you, but in here, not a whole lot of opportunity for him. On the right side, they got no clue where he's at, but now they do, doing a lot of damage. Finally finds that kill. Does have control of the bomb, so he can just safely go towards Alpha, try to plant the bomb. And in all reality, well, Cryzo, although having 7 kills, it's way too far away to actually make it happen, at least right now. 1-1, still about to unfold, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see, Cryzo and Y2J. I think that's... Who's that, though? They've been changing their names quite a lot on the side.
It's
of
real.
Real. Oh, that's real. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Oh, Cryzo. Distance. Yeah, not gonna be easy in here. 20 seconds left. Cryzo definitely wants to secure that kill and pushes with the Deagle. Oh, man.
Oh, it's a standoff.
They're playing cat and mouse.
Yeah, they are. I saw it earlier. Cryzo's been cooking right there. He just cans them. Hell of a round of clutch up there from Cryzo. Cannot be denied. Plenty of time to get the bomb plant defuse. No detonations here. What was Real doing? I mean, like, I get it. It's cat and mouse, but I mean, hell, dude, you got to be a little bit more creative. At 80 cost, if you're jumping out of pool bar, you hit that B pool stairs. You hit the pool stairs and go all the way out the money room and just come right from behind. Playtime to a T. There's just no creativity on this side, and that's kind of where, you know, we see these sorts of short rounds develop, and they just go flop right on their face, right? Snipes and Pepe gets the first blood. Scott and Flashy out the window here for this round. A little bit of upset season of brewing here for the side of Mobility. They have been in the trenches trying to dig it out, and they have not had any success outside of that collapse 1v2 earlier on.
Already on double digits, man. I'm telling you, he do be frying now. Raph takes that kill onto Real. Snipes on his own. 1v3 finds the first potential victim here. Pushes forward. Raph could not react fast enough against that. The bomb is on the ground, which is, you know, kind of a nail on the side of Team Mobility, but another peekaboo not going to succeed. Pepe. Pepe. More than 2 kills per round. What are you onto, man? 11 kills. 11 kills. And Cryzo has 8. Among these two players, if it was only Pepe and Cryzo, they could have easily won at least these 3 rounds. You know, like, it's just wild like that, you know?
Yeah. Pepe's clicking. He's piecing. He has bodied him. Snipes still left alone onto the mid side of the map. I don't know how long he was able to just sit there, bro, but finally they deal the damage to the demons that are out of this round. It's Tsunami now, another demon. We'll see if he can clutch it up, though. First shot's in is good for the first, but Bright, you miss a few on. Y2J collapses. You take out the 2 top frags. You got yourself a ball game. 4-2 as we flip sides. Benchmarker was set at 2 to be able to contest here on the defending side as we flipped. Now you got the defense, Mobility. You have an opportunity to strike off and pop off and get some advantages of your own. Right now, the first blood's not come through just yet, but Bright, he is onto a trail. Snipe's going to be able to push up, gets aggressive with it, and now Pepe's out the window. Cryzo, the last carry alive here in this team. He's all the way up into the muddy room, but he is going to get dropped from... Oh my god, the flick there almost is nasty. Scott able to save it from behind, though. He'll live to see another minute, or a moment, or second.
Right, well, they take that opportunity to plant the bomb, so 4v4 about to unfold. I was about to say Scott was getting surrounded, so not a whole lot he could have done over there. Gets taken down. 4v3, only 3 alive now for the side over in Operation. Defending with a head glitch there. Tsunami and Raph. Tsunami gets the first. Tsunami gets the second. Tsunami here received a lot of damage, but he's still feeling fancy, feeling confident without realizing that Prize flashes behind you. Doesn't matter too much. Flashy's got 1 kill, but got taken down himself. Real on a 1v2 will be secured by Raph. That second kill by Raf means 5 points for the team, and that will be a 5-2 lead. Getting closer and closer, 2 steps away from securing a 2-0 wipe against the players over on Team Mobility.
Go. First round. Not any better than what we saw in the first 6 rounds. We'll see if they can step it up here. Defending side now not so successful, though. Snipes finally starting to get a little clicky here as he's found himself in a little bit of a position. I don't know how man's made it all the way through here. You're on the defense and you're inside of your spawn, your opponent's spawn. He is dealing damage. Raph able to keep it to a minimum, though, as he's found one. Raph is going to get dropped, though. Flashy on the god tier flank, and now 2 carries of the team left alone. One's in the pull bar, one's up top. Sniper perch, adding a little bit of shots in. Cryzo is going to be able to feel the pressure relieve now as they have reeled it back in for themselves. And man, are they cooking. Snipes right here on the inside. Look, Pepe gets the call out. They're going to look for the tag team. Cryzo on the outskirts. Not needed. Pepe able to handle and deal the damage. Flashy now. All on his on. And what does he have to go against? Cryzo and Pepe. They handle business, and we're on series point here. 6-2. Wow. What a great 2v4 little clutch there for the boys over at Pepe and Cryzo. And also, what a great little raid that came through for Godsta. Appreciate the raid, my guy.
Hey, much love, my friend. Thank you for the raid. Round number 9, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be plenty of match points in favor of Upper Echelon. Raph took a kill, took a nade actually before dying himself, and took a kill at the end. So an after death kill for himself. That's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Upper Echelon. They want to take it to the teeth as quick as possible. Now Flashy begins to push forward onto Pepe, but Pepe, we've said it, we've seen it, he's a monster. Finally gets taken down by Bride, but the player lead is still heavily in favor of Upper Echelon. 3 versus 2, only Bride and Real remain alive. Bride trying to go down the stairs, but there's pretty much a wall by 2 players not allowing him to walk forward. Real at a distance gets knocked out by Scott. 1v through, there's nearly no shot in kill for Bride. Okay, takes the kill onto Tsunami, but let's see how much he can do. They're trying to plant the bomb. 10 kills for Cryzo there with that Bison. Could try to plant the bomb, but they wanna get that kill instead. Ooh, they land a shot onto Bride, but still managed to survive. Bomb's still gonna be planted nonetheless, so 40 seconds on the clock, Verdict.
Seconds on the clock, Cryzo. Scott, back-to-back here inside of the court side. First nade, Chuck, Scott's drop. Now it's only one. Inside the pull bar or inside the cubby. He's in the cubby. Plays for the heady. Cryzo now trying to clutch it up. Gets ounced. Not sure what the play call was there. But Bright read it like a book. That first nade was so beautifully played. Such a great read. And then the follow-up. Cryzo was dead to rights. I mean, I would have loved to see him play that pull or that heady on the court. Bright just gets the best timing there on both the nade and the follow-up, and then Cryzo trying to evacuate the site. That's what happens when you stack the court side after an A plant, though.
Yeah, it was a weird way of playing, but this time they're not in for playing no more. They are going deep in for the aggression. They lose member, but at the expense of gaining 2 kills for themselves. Pepe with the next kill. Snipes at a distance, finds a kill. Scott with his own sniper takes down Snipes. And on only a few seconds, we've already got to the same point. 1v3, bomb is being planted. Real with the opportunity to try to find the first blood in here. Misses that shot, and this is already a different tale to what we saw on the previous round, but there you get it. Scott bites the dust. It is once again Cryzo and Tsunami Verdict. Oh my goodness, is this gonna be a copy and paste with the difference of Real this time being the one trying to clutch it up? It's a possibility though. Walking forward, finds the enemy, but they didn't get the reaction time there. Finds Tsunami now, but Tsunami is like, I'm done. For a second, I gotta be honest with you all. I thought that we could see another round, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, well, you thought we were here for another round. You're wrong. 7-3 wins, a 2-0 sweep, Upper Echelon. Making some noise here at the end of the season. Obviously, this is an opponent that, you know, could have gone either way. We saw Bright's performances in games past. And on Tuesday, more importantly, shiny future for that team. Obviously, it's just not in this season. Same for the side of UE. Pepe picks up 17 to close us out. Frizo, Pause and Terror, both of them. Ability didn't have an answer back. Obviously, Bright and Y2J put up as much as they could, but that is not enough to get the job done. It is enough to call this one a third series said and over with now. As we take a look at it, standings look pretty solid. But again, no real potential for Upper Echelon to make a run for a playoff seed. And I'll tell you why. I don't think they play but one more time this season. Yeah. They play on third... Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, no, they play twice, so never mind. They play Galaxia Gaming, and they play Zygnus. Hold on, chat. We might have ourselves a little bit of an interesting scenario. This is a high-stakes game of 2 days left on the agenda, and, well, Upper Echelon might be able to sneak into the playoff run. But again, that's preying on 11D's downfall and Simplicity at the same time.
Well, verdict. 17 kills. Like, I gotta say it, this dude. It was just insane, you know? It was just insane. Had to be said. Team ability, like you mentioned, maybe there could be hope. They're technically still for them, but I just don't know, man. I don't know. They need to win it all in two old fashions. They need 11T. Once again, 11T is the one that has this quote-unquote the easiest, right? They got a perfect opportunity to secure at the very least the top 6 by winning only a couple of their maps, not games, not matches, but maps. And within a single victory, that would mean that they made it and no one else can. So yeah, there's that. It's just gonna be too much in there.
Too much, yes indeed. A little bit of interesting.
For the longest time, that's funny.
Yeah, hey, you know what? We're here for it. We're getting geared up for it. It's our last and final series of the night. It's here. It's right around the corner. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got Galaxia Gaming and Satirion. You don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're gonna hear a word from Gorilla and COD Mobile, but don't go anywhere. We shall return. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, gotta give a huge shout out to Droz and dropping those 50 gifted subs. He has been in chat making a lot of noise recently, and we absolutely appreciate the support. So if you did get a gifted sub from the man himself, Droz, and make sure you thank him by the graces of the gods. We appreciate you for being here, as well as we appreciate everybody for coming through and regularly supporting the stream as well. This one is going to be our series of the night, the last one to be exact, and Centurion and Galaxia Gaming. Gil, Centurion's on the rise. Galaxia, they're on something. I just don't know if it's on the same level as Centurion, but we're gonna find out here shortly.
Frozen just trolling at this point in chat. It's like, nah, I got Galaxia on the bets with 250 to 21 victory on hard points. Imagine if that happened, I would definitely like lose my marbles, turn off my PC, and go to bed. But you know, anything goes. Anything goes. I think we've seen crazy stuff happen on other situations, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, right now, at least right now, I think I can tell you that we're still waiting on a player on one of the teams, so that could definitely have an impact on the score, right? Like,
oh yeah.
I don't know how much time left there is, but I don't think that there's plenty anymore.
Well, I mean, I'm not an admin. I'm gonna let them be the judge of that. What I can say is, I'm looking at the remainder of the season with this one under our belts. Obviously, it still hasn't been yet to play out. But Centurion have an opportunity to shake some things up in the standings right now. you take a look at the standings. They're sitting at 90 points. Their last two opponents after this one, say they get a 20-point win here. Their last two opponents after this one is Cygnus and Seminole. What does that mean? It means they could make a run for a top 2 seed. Is it possible? Absolutely. But it's a lot easier said than done. Seminole has not been a team that has sold too recently other than that Cygnus series. I know you watched it, bro. I couldn't watch that Search and Destroy. I didn't even re-watch it, bro. That was by far one of the worst searches I've seen out of that team in particular. Man, disgusting. Right now, we're getting geared up for this series that's on hand. And Tech, I will check my DMs here in a moment. Gil, you want to run us through that best 3? It looks like it's going to be starting off, heading us over to Raid Hardpoint.
Sir, that's right. Raid Hardpoint. That's the combo we get for map number 1. Then moving on to some Search and Destroy on Iron Rage. I like that. Then Control on Hacienda. That is going to be the selected 3 maps. The Beatles, the bands from Gaga Gaming, they got rid of Stand Up, while the side of Exile Centurion opted to ban that Summit map. They're not willing to go for that coldness of an area, so they're just gonna be chilling on Raid. Way more warmer now for that hard point. And well, that's gonna be the first 3 that we get. I think did I lose connection on? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you sounded great, bro. I was just checking.
All right,
I was just checking.
It's on my phone.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's just that my phone was like reconnected, and I was like, oh god, did it happen again? But no. It's okay. I think I'm good.
All right.
Ready to start, and so is everybody else. I feel like, right?
I think everybody else is. Predictions have been made by Drozen. Already put his name in the is the first prediction. He says he's got Galaxia Gaming going out and making a probable comeback for a playoff run. Those are odds that if you made a bet on in Vegas, I'll go ahead and tell you, man, that would be 1 billion to 1 odds. A lot would have to happen, obviously. Galaxia Gaming, only 5 points on board. Right now, they're just playing for the hell of it, and they're the team that I don't have very high expectations for at the end of the season, but whatever kind of practice they can get right, or whatever kind of time they can get onto this point now as well. Now, as we see the kills coming through, it's Swift Justice on the ring side, a full wipe there off of the hill, and well, Centurion rather, going extra large here inside of this P1.
Going extra large indeed, having a fantastic time so far, not losing more than a single member in here, at least as of right now. But since they say that, Swingy finds that kill onto last, goes for the double and takes it like it's nothing by eliminating Lethal, but did not realize that there was a third one which was up behind. There was the push there by the hands of Ares, but not gonna be enough. Still some clear, clean control on that ring side for Exile. Fantastic job done. Exile just exceeding what they can in here. Ares once again fighting for the control, just dancing around this circle, but the reality is the points are still going to be heavily for the opponents. Now, inside of the kitchen, there could be some control for Galaxia, but they quickly got eliminated now with the collapse of the used red missile. Even more kills in favor of Exile, already with 50 points. Lead within only 1.5 points, you know?
Oh, Legacy. That's such a cheeky nade. I saw him. It was a last-ditch effort. He might as well have Marty Dom on. He baked that puppy to perfection, knew he was going to go down. He took down 2, swinging with him. Now, Kitchen, even though the grenades are out and the hill's been hot for 30 seconds, it is a massive influx of players here. A massive lead leading up to that P3 rotation, right? AMP's going to be earned by Veteran. He is sitting on 80. He is babysitting this hill on the outskirts there. He's right around the corner. He goes. Dusted will be on his side until this streak ends, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want to, you know, kind of, what's the word, jinx anybody, but come on, Veteran, what you got in the tank? Can you do it? Can you make us happy here in this ring raid side approach?
Well, so far, there's a few into the books. Finds another enemy over on Zigzag. Veteran pushing forward towards this same area. He knows that there's someone to the right and takes that kill. Turns around. Tag 5 gonna be popped by Legacy. So there's gonna be even another boost of confidence for the squad. The problem is that Legacy's got 3 players pushing onto him, but there's these allies to help him out. He also gets a kill himself. The only one left alive is going to be Squiggy. Squiggy managing to survive for the longest time, actually, just trying to deny time for the opponents and working to perfection. You know, at this point, Galaxia are just prolonging what I feel to be the inevitable, but doing it in an effective manner so far.
Yo, I'm still on board with Veteran. He has yet to die. He's 14-0. He's 13-1 right now. Regret might be sinking in. Oh, get away! His teammates here to have his back. God, he's still alive.
I'm not trying to say it too loud.
I'm not trying to say it, but hey, right now we're witnessing it, and it could happen. Veteran though, still alive, hanging on for dear life. Oh, no, not happening here, Veteran. You sneaky dog. Losty gonna be able to get the revenge, and that's gonna lead us to our first listen, and we're gonna go ahead and dive in. He's a treasure. We gotta protect him. Fortunately, the treasure's been soiled, and so has Excite. No, they're still in the driver's seat. They're still in the lead. Let's see how they're taking it.
Copy.
Joe. 2 top, 3 top. Yo.
Un poco loco.
Oh, we'll just mute it out. I mean, that was so worth it. I'm slapping the whole time. Oh, what was that? Were they just like on? Were they on airplane mode? I mean, God dang, bro.
Oh god, dude, they're having a fantastic time of that. I'm certain, but we unfortunately could not stay there for too long. But it is what it is, you know. Now moving on to P5, pardon me. Inside of it, there's the players, you know, Galaxia Gaming trying to get there first, but another red missed by Lasty will eliminate areas. The only one left is gonna be Squeaky trying to defend. There's people coming down from the kitchen. His allies are trying to help him out, but let's see for how long. There's the opportunity for him to survive. Not going to happen. And that 100 points gap is gonna get even deeper now as we move on to the use of the Purifier by Reckless, pushing onto the kitchen, finding one, almost the opportunity to go for 2, but it was just not the right timing for him. Doesn't matter. The control is still inside of a hill between Veteran and Legacy, completely uncontested. And I'm almost certain that Legacy's aiming for that 3 minutes club once again. You know?
Yo, I saw. Look, we thought 3 minutes was like impressive. I think 3 minutes is still very impressive. 3 minutes is by far.
It 100%
you know,
is.
100% is. I saw someone in EU have 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the hill. 4 minutes. That's 97% of the game. Cali Gaming had to break it down for me. It was Zorky. I haven't seen him in EU Mobile Mayhem this season, but I think he was subbing in for Enigma, and they managed to beat the 31ers. I mean, that's irrelevant. That's, you know, until I see it in Mobile Mayhem, it's not, you know, noteworthy or worth talking about. Obviously, we bring it up as a fun note. This one, nothing fun about it is Galaxia Gaming have been on the bitter half of what seems to be a very dominant progress here for the side of Centurion. They are not letting their foot off the pedal, and well, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a team that's in the makings of some greatness, and some upsets are right around the corner. I think this is, you know, this is the byproduct of that team being pissed off and losing so much. Obviously, they turned things around. They have not lost much this season. And right now, they are not gonna lose anything here on this P1 side either. So, 15 seconds left to go. Still plenty of time to make the break and extend the game. It ain't happening. Legacy there. Shutting it down. Objective time at an all-time high. Looking at that 3 minutes. Well, he is certainly going to get it as long as this hill is able to shut down. Oh, he hops out. That might be not it. It is 250 to 37. That's the game.
It is.
Playing for that rotation. I mean, when you're in the moment, I guess, hey, it is what it is.
Well, that just happened. 250 onto 30. What was that? 37. An even quicker game, a quicker match than what we had on. What was that? Actually? It was. We saw something similar earlier. I don't quite remember. I'm gonna be honest with you, but all right. I'm intrigued about that timing, the final timing for Legacy 222. You know, I feel like with a quote-unquote problem,
Mid.
because it's not really a problem. That
Mid.
everybody was so OBJ orientated. It's difficult to get us high, right?
You're right. You're absolutely right. Like, so you gotta step your game up. You want to be quote unquote best OBJ player in all the world. First, you gotta start in North American. 2 minutes and 22 seconds. I mean, that ain't gonna cut it. Obviously, it's a collective effort. Catch you some slack there. You go. Yeah, this is a triple or triple quadruple. I mean, look, it's almost 3 minutes in the hill. 16 and 13, 20 assists. So I guess a triple double. I mean, you got the best of both worlds. Objective and some slaying, and then 20 assists, man. How are these assists even? Are these real? Like, are these all team shots? Damn, that's a lot of assists. In a game that we don't use UAVs on, everyone's in double digits. That's a lot of team shots going on.
Huh, I did not realize that, but yeah, that's true. It's just like everybody had eyes on the enemies, The second one started shooting, so did the others, and that's wild, man. I'm not too sure, maybe. I was thinking about potentially like the PEM, but I think there was only one throughout the entirety of the game, so that I don't think it was that. Honestly, not sure, man, but wild numbers, wild results, 1-0 lead. We're waiting now for Search and Destroy on firing range. And, I think Search and Destroy is something that's been weird so all day long on North America. We've had 7-1, 7-1, 7-3, actually, barely 7-3. And this one has the chance of going to the similar numbers,
Well, potential to go to the similar numbers. Obviously, Galaxia Gaming, this is not the team that made it out of qualifiers. Let's just be real. This is a new and upcoming roster, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is probably one that's just kind of scrapped together to try and salvage a spot for Mobile Mayhem. Can't have high expectations, but any kind of practice is great practice. Anytime they can get into a lobby with a team like this, they'll take it and they'll run away with it, right? Right now, it's Centurion who's taken it and run away with it, and they have handled business. Now, at one point, players on the team that are known as Centurion were the underdogs. So you got to start somewhere. Everybody is a nobody until you're somebody. Tac 5. Tac 5 is the assist. What? Oh, yeah, team shots for the Tac 5.
It would be for only one player, right? Like,
no, it's Tac 5. Like, everyone, Tac 5's up and you got health assist. Everybody's trying to take players down. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't make the cut. I'm not
See,
sure.
Brian,
Anyway,
this is why we need you in the analyst desk, so we can just, like, kind of refer back to you. And be like, hey, why did this happen?
More assists than kills. Man, I don't know. Just everybody be wilding. We are on game 2. Search and Destroy. Buscar Destruir. I'm going to go with Squeaky. Why? Because I like his name. It's his name. And he already got the first blood here. Ares with the next one onto Legacy. Pushing through jungle. There's no one in there, but problem is that the bomb carrier, Asentis, not moving. Yikes. Verdict. Oh, never mind. He's back.
There we go.
All good. All Gucci.
All right. Thankfully, we got all 5 connected. All 5 make the rotation. Lethal connecting shots, though. Regret taking down Veteran. No nuke in the hard point leaves him a little salty and a little, a little upset. That's quite all right. Not going to be able to duke it out here in this round as he's sent back to the spawn side. Wrap here from Regret. Absolutely beautiful. Leaves Reckless in a bit of worry now as 4 players left standing. You've got the bomb plant down. You've got a lot to factor in, and right now you're getting collapsed on, as well as these players who are right here all up on you. Great post-plant positioning and a great opening ground here for the attack. They find those first 2 bloods. They plow right onto the B site. Even with Austin a little disconnected at times. Still able to continue the dream and get that bomb plant down to secure the round.
That's right, securing that point. Really, really important. Great start of a round, though. They got immediately 2 kills on the side of XG, so it worked out really, really good for them. Lastly, this time, not too happy about what happened previously, so figures out it's best to just find the first blood himself. Throws a nade that is not going to connect onto no one. With the bomb, there's Squeaky this time around, currently waiting for someone to appear. Not going to be the case so far in here. A few shots going to be fired. Nerdy going to even numbers out by eliminating Reckless. but still a pretty slow pace, you know, taking their time, slowly but surely. Regret with a kill onto lethal. Great opening, great kill to allow a little bit of more of wiggle room on the side of Galaxy Gaming. Galaxy with the opportunity to make it happen, but Legacy, woof, that was a nasty shot by him. Goes for the double, misses that shot, and Austin is not gonna be forgiven in there. Pushing forward, there was Bedram, but gets spotted by Regret, lost it now in the middle of a 1v3, but chooses the wrong spot. Tried to go towards Bravo, but surprise, my friend, they actually went Alpha, they actually went A. That is gonna be the bomb being planted, and Losty with the DLQ. Let's see what he can say, let's see what he can do. Tries to go for a wellbang that is that doable?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing. I think that is that panel is actually made of wood, and surely in the trailer site that's being collapsed on, everything is fair game. You get those connecting shots. Obviously, no one there, so no one able to go down. Right now, smoke's going to be played. Nerdy here holding off the top side of wood. Jump up. Oh, Regret might have heard it. And what was looking like a sneaky play now going to be foiled. Regret going to be able to shut it down 2 rounds in a row. Tyrion getting bested off the rip. So well-calculated plays here from the boys over at Gaga Gaming.
Well calculated indeed. Seems like Gaga is finally woken up and, well, showing something. You know, 2 rounds, really good. I wouldn't say that there was nothing but raw planning on that side by the hands of Galaxia, which means that can translate on even more control, even more momentum in their way. And as soon as I say that, Nerdy finds his second kill and second first blood for the squad by eliminating Veteran. Legacy answers back by eliminating Swingy. Squiggy down. Bomb in the hands of Ascent. So that's going to be a 4v4. As per usual, though, that's been a constant of that. There's been a continuous sort of events for the side of Galaxia, where they are in no rush by any means. You know, I feel like we are only on round 3, and at this point we've seen games where are already on round 5 or 6. You know, so yeah, they're definitely just making sure that they're doing the right thing every time they can.
Yeah, well, it seems to be the case right here. Now you got to lock and load. 50 seconds on the clock. Here comes the hit. Austin, go for the first. Gets the pill back now. Trailer's the main focus. It's Reckless who's won. He's able to stay alive. Shots there, not connecting. Ferraris, and oh my god, tossed him in the blender. Down he goes. And a bounce back here as Reckless still alive and kicking. Maybe a little bit of cooking here in Trailer now as bomb's been planted. 20 seconds left, or 30 seconds left to go here for the take. Austin holding on for dear life. Here comes the nade.
Oh my god, Austin!
Oh!
Woo.
Reckless finally able to shut him down. Now it's Regret 1v1. 20 seconds left to go on the clock. You got to hold the line. Can't afford to give it away for free right here. Can't beat the sight. Reckless. Got to make him work for it. Reload's there. Bomb's not hopped just yet. Here comes an Eagle. Not happening. Not connecting. Reckless. After 2 rounds of being in a little bit of a drought, it's over. 2-1 now. Boys back on board. Centurion. Still down, but they are certainly not out.
I mean, a bit too close for comfort. That was, I think that was 4 kills for us in that round. Had no kills prior to it and nearly clutched that ace, but unfortunately enough, that was not the case. A good bounce back round for XI, but still not going to be enough. They've been struggling. That's reality. And there needs to be something fixed about that whole situation. Man, I feel like we could be chilling for the first, I want to say 30 or even...
Oh, yeah, bro. I could literally pop my stacks open and just... I mean, we don't even have to say anything. We just see it unfold. And the first minute of these rounds... Actually, I'm going to have an almond while we're speaking on it. The first minute of these rounds have been just slow to progress and slow to unfold. As a matter of fact, right now, it's not looking like it's going to be this, any different here in this payoff round. Nerdy's trying to find the opener, but... I mean, after 3 rounds in a row of seeing this kind of fold out, Centurion, they're not fooled by it anymore. They're finally able to hold on to the bootstraps and, well, at some point, somebody's going to have to make a move. And, well, with Centurion being on the defense, it ain't got to be them anytime soon.
Yeah, no kills. More than a minute. That's exactly what we're talking about. So, like you mentioned, who is going to make that first move? It's certainly not going to be XI. I think, in a way, they've learned their lesson. They're defending. There's no need to rush. They take the first blood. Veteran takes the second now. right away in here. The bomb carrier is completely on his own. Once again, Austin here on the A side. Not gonna be feeling confident, so tries to run away, but he's gonna be spotted by Lethal now. Bomb on the ground, 20 seconds left with all the time against them. That's gonna be another point for the fellas over on X side. Lethal with the double now. Nerdy, the only one alive, has already been spotted, so they rush for it. And well, that was weird. That was weird. We're going to round 5, ladies and gentlemen. Bertie, how was your day? Like, what are your plans? Let's talk about, like, Jesus Christ. We could literally talk about anything else because that was a minute in 10 to 20 seconds of literally nothing.
No, you're absolutely right.
Mind. Look at that.
All right, here we go. Slow and steady doesn't win the race here in Search to Destroy. At times it does. Right now, 15 seconds have passed. And we've seen things progress rather quickly now. They are tired of waiting. They want to take the show and put it on the road. Right now, Regret trying to get the connection here over to the site. They do a little bit of a flip-flop. Lethal. Oh, god dang, boy. Those shots is crispy. Regret now last alive, and he's on an island. He's one shot. Can't get the follow-up there. Lethal not going to be able to do so. It's Legacy who's going to be able to do it with... I thought that MW11 had a red dot on it, bro. I was about to roast the hell out of you, Legacy.
You know, just adding random stuff to it, you know. So sometimes I feel like with a pistol, there's not a lot of... It's not clear as to, at least to me, what is the best. You know, there's multiple choices over there. But red dot is questionable, absolutely. But anyway, 3 rounds in a row now going in favor of XI. After dropping 2, they get 3 in a row. And back to the beginning, seems like these two teams were like, all right, let's change the pace for once and then go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the good old days where we just take our time, and it's actually finally a nade that takes a kill. And I think a single kill could lead to at least more action, so keep an eye open for everybody rotating towards jungle. And it's exactly what's going to happen in here. Legacy buys the dust, and that's going to be the call for Losty to be on the hunt on that area. Lapa in hand for Losty. Lapa with the opportunity, going to take 1. Lapa with the opportunity, going to go for 2, but misses a lot of shots. Makes the call out for his allies to go help him out. Oh, Lethal at a distance with a kill. Another for Losty, going for more. They turned it all the way around out here. Is going to be spotted, taken down. 1v2, not going to happen. Regret on his own. This was a 5v3, and all of a sudden it's a 1v3. Regret, maybe gonna regret that because he is already revealing where he's at. They also know where the bomb is too. And Regret plays just push, man.
Look. I loved the hit over towards the B side. I love Regret was on a long flank. What I didn't love was the amount of time it took for him to collapse. And that might have been the round, the reason why it kind of failed. There was a lot of potential. We saw this back a few rounds back. I think this was their opener. You have Regret, who's like flooding the spawn site, making sure everyone is, you know, pushed up on B as that bomb plant goes down. In that moment, when you see bodies just dropping, you've got to collapse. You got to do it ASAP. And they're not able to hold it or have anybody's back after the trades are done. Now, as trailer side's hit, Austin. Last man standing there now is only 1 player left standing for the attack. As we flip sides, it's Lethal. He's at a 1v3. Austin inside the trailer site, and here he goes. The hit. Oh! Gets the first. Nerdy, now, will you be another victim? Nope. He says, this time I'm vigilant. He'll take that body and put it under his belt there. 4-3. Put him in the dirt. You're still dog, Nerdy.
Put him to the ground, send him to the graveyard. Another point for Galaxia. It was 4 in a row for XI that have been broken right now. They are definitely not being as low paced as there was for Gaga. Galaxia Gaming only with a single member trying to defend. Bravo tries to go out, take out that shorty, but he was just too late now with the sniper. There's Nerdy. Not, oh my god. Lethal too clean with that shot now. It's going to be a 5v2. Only Swiggy and Regret alive. Nope, Swiggy biting the dust. Double for loss and Regret alone. Lethal doing it again. This dude just be like a jump scare out of nowhere. You are going to see him while you're inside of metal. And he's going to wreck your life. He's going to destroy your family and crash your home. Just like that, Lethal is going to be up to 9 kills and a 5-3 lead in favor of Centurion.
Lethal causing a lot of mayhem here in this map. He's sitting on 6. Or sitting on 9. That was Legacy, sorry. Put some respect on Lethal's names. He crosses that double-digit barrier. Squiggy's first Legacy. Trying to get the retaliation. Reckless, though, is there to pick up the slack. Nerdy able to find one in the crosshairs. Looking for a second. Not going to get there. Or Reckless trying to get this bomb plant down. Or Veteran, rather, trying to get this bomb plant down. We got a 2v3 retake. Boston gets dropped inside the trailer. Nerdy gets a god tier flank now. Regret. Need to go big here on this pinch approach. Need to wait for Nerdy to develop onto that A long site. Right now, they're all in trailer. Nothing from these wall bangs are going to land. Nerdy now trying to get the approach from the backside. Veteran and Reckless, they're cool, calm, and collected here in the trailer site. They're just waiting for the hit to come through. Regret first blood. First deaded. Nerdy now tries to attempt to make the breach. He does get one. Now it's all on Veteran. But look at this. The breach on the read is there. Veteran's just better with the gunny. And a good read for Nerdy. Just not enough to get the job done. We are on series point.
I mean, yeah, that was like one bullet away from making it happen for the team. But as you mentioned, it was not. It was just not. A bullet short means an L. It's an L in the book here. Nerdy gonna be quickly spotted by Lethal. 11 kills for him. Dropping the ball now. Going 3 players now. Going onto the sniper nest. No, scratch that out. 4th one will join the mix. What in the? What is this? No, it's actually no. They opted to not go there anymore. Only 3, quote unquote, only 3 here, chilling in their sniper nest. You know, man, they're going at it this time.
All right. Oh boy, lost him. They're just chucking nades to chuck him right now. They're gonna have to hop out.
I don't know who they're alive, if I'm being honest.
You know what? Do it matter though? Reckless, if you were an opposing team, you would have been dead right there.
They can't even see anything, bro. There's too many people in here.
I've heard of too many, chefs in the kitchen being a problem, but too many clowns in a tower.
Oh, it is working, man. It's working. That's what hurts the most. Oh, man,
look, they're just just waiting for him to defuse. That's it. They're not doing anything other than waiting for him to defuse. Well, look at the plant. It's right here. Oh, this one hurts. Squiggy,
man.
You didn't deserve that, bro.
He didn't. Honestly didn't, man. Oh, boy. Well, that was a round. That was a game. That was a match and a series, ladies and gentlemen. That was a weird way to end. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it straight, but it was fun. It was fun. Let's be honest. It was interesting to see what an odd strategy XI was going for, and I'm kind of surprised, honestly, at how much they managed to survive, even though they nearly killed themselves with those nades and also the nades from the opponents. But they did survive. They did win, and well, that's the GG. Well played into the books.
We'll take a look at the post-action report. Lethal headed the competition, and it's not even close. 13 on board. He was leaps and bounds above everybody in the shots. Man, they'll tell a story. They'll tell a tale. Last round, though, certainly one that we'll just be talking about at the water cooler tomorrow. Hey, did you see that stupid push to the tower site? Well, I panned out. You get the bomb plant down on B, you get a few kills, it forces your opponent to get that defuse. They're all up in tower. You can't do anything about it. Maybe a well-baked nade. But I think somebody, at least one person, had to have a freaking trophy system. You know what? We're not even trying to make sense of that push. We're just going to call it a night there. It's 2 hours and 52 minutes into the broadcast. It's been 1 minute without tech. We miss your tech. We need your tech. Come be our analyst guy here at Mobile Mayhem. We can use the help, homie. You could, you could use the company too. Obviously, he's been working on stats. I'm going to have to show you what he's working on. When he does, send them to me. I'll be more than welcome to share them with you all. But Gil, we'll take one last look at the standings. I'll let you run through them, and then we'll have our exit.
Well, all the way to the very, very top. We've called it in the past. Luminosity, 135 points. Excited with this 2-0 victory, getting 110, stealing away that top 2. That is the most contest we've had in here is top 2 and top 6, and well, top 2 is gonna be secured by them. Fierce tied up alongside with Sentinel with 100. Cygnus, well, they could not do too much against the Luminosity, so staying around with 80. 11T didn't play tonight, so only 70 still. Infinite Simplicity with a victory, getting 260. 40 for Upper Echelon, 25 for Team Mobility, and Galaxia Gaming, the Goo Goo Gaga squad, with only 5, but that is the 10 teams of the season verdict.
That is it. That is where we're going to call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. Standings have been set. Centurion, the top 2 spot. Look like a top 2 team at times when they're not trolling. They're obviously in their zone, and they've looked pretty good this season. I got to give it to them. Right now, we're going to send you over to somebody who is well-deserving of your viewership. We appreciate everyone who came through, all the sponsors, all the admins. A huge shout-out to all the viewers who come through on a regular basis. Huge shout-out to the man Drozen himself, come through on a weekly basis, you know, twice a week, every time I stream for Mobile Mayhem. And it brings down the house for those gifted subs. Much appreciated, my guy. We're going to go ahead and send y'all somewhere else. We'll be back next week for the last week of Mobile Mayhem before the playoffs. You don't want to miss it, so be sure to drop us a follow. We'll see you then.